Yeah.
Do you believe the theory that some have discussed about just a random psychopath? We'll say, will you use the word parasocial? Psychopath, random stalker type of person that's just going at Nancy. Do you like that theory?
I think it's a possibility, but not in this case. I don't think so.
Not in this case. You think
No.
someone very close to Nancy.
Someone associated with Nancy somehow. Yes.
How are they able to elude law enforcement in reference to no video of any other videos of perp, no video of vehicle, no vehicle,
It
digital
all goes
stuff?
back to it all goes back to what I said in the beginning. They can lie to the media that they may have a ton of evidence. They may have all kinds of videos. They may have text messages, phone calls, emails. I mean, just because they're not releasing it doesn't mean they don't have it.
But if it falls back on tomato, like you said, then why Savannah laying flowers?
To me, that appeared very exaggerated. That was another thing that caught my attention. But we'll see.
We shall see. I appreciate the call.
Well, thank you.
Thank you
Keep
for
doing
watching.
what you're doing. I'm an avid follower.
All right, we'll see what happens here. Have a great day.
Thanks. You too.
Bye bye.
Bye.
All right, what do you think, folks? Statistics have it. Somebody very close. We'll just say 90% of the time. 9 out of 10. 9 jelly beans out of 10 jelly beans. Points it one way. 10%, but if there's a chance. If there was a 10% chance of rain, would you bring an umbrella? If they said there was a 10% chance of rain and you had to stay outdoors during the day, would you bring an umbrella with you? 10% chance. I'm not even going to say, if you got a gun, they said, a 10% chance. Would you? I'm not even going to say that. I'm trying to use another analogy here, folks, but 10% chance, I guess, of rain. Would you bring the umbrella? It's the odds. Stats, numbers, 10% chance. Takes it back to someone very close to the victim when it comes to something like this. You bet. Betters, 90% chance you're going to win. You're probably going to take that bet. 90%. If there was a 10% chance that they said, 10% chance that there was going to rain out, would you bring an umbrella?
Oh, yeah.
You would?
Hell yeah.
With 10% chance of rain?
Yes.
Today's forecast, 10% chance of rain,
Yes.
sunshine with a 10% chance of rain.
Yes, I'd bring 2.
You'd bring 2 umbrellas? I bring an umbrella in the sun with my phone.
Yeah, there you go. Can't beat an umbrella.
All right, we got somebody that I guess I tried, and they've been texting me back. I don't know who this is, so I'm just going to bring you in the chat because I think I called you before, you didn't answer, and we've been playing. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, who's this?
This is Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. I didn't know your name because I go through calls, and then if they don't call, I just keep it moving.
I got you.
Michelle, where are you from?
Texas.
Michelle from Texas. What's on your mind?
All right, get your pen and paper ready.
Oh, I don't have a pen and paper.
Okay, well, that's another way.
Go
Okay.
for it. What you got? What is this a theory? What's the topic? What's this dealing with?
Huh? Plug my phone into you. Oh.
I don't know what I would name it.
You just want to talk about the case.
Let's just talk about the case. Electricians that are up on the roof,
Uh-huh.
my theory is they're hardwiring the cameras and the cable so in case the electricity goes out, they still have, no, in case the Wi-Fi goes out, they still have access to their stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's my theory on that.
With the electrical work that we saw yesterday on the roof.
Yes, I think they're hardwiring the cameras So if Wi-Fi was to go out,
Mhm.
it would jump over to the electrical part and it wouldn't uh, mess that up. Like we used to have to do that with our center, our child care center.
Uh-huh.
We'd have to have stuff hardwired through. So if something went out, then it jumped over to the electrical and it continued to go through.
Got-
That's my theory on that. Um, let's see.
But what? Let me go. But why? Why on the house are they doing all this now on a woman that is missing? Why now?
You know, I honestly feel in my heart that they know that Miss Guthrie has crossed over.
Mm-hmm.
I think that either they're doing it to prepare for the future of what's going to happen to the home, whether it becomes an Airbnb, whether they keep it in a family to have a place to come home just to feel next to their mom. Um, that's in my heart. That's what I would do. I would keep that house in the family, or they'll be prepared to sell it, or maybe JLR. It's things that should have been done, and that's kind of been, when people get older, they don't want their stuff messed with. So now's the perfect opportunity to update some stuff, even if they feel that she is coming home.
Gotcha.
That's just because my mom, when she got older, that's the way she was. She didn't want people messing with her stuff. So she didn't need it done, but they do need things done. They don't like change. That's my theory on that. My theory on Annie and Tommaso, I honestly don't feel they have anything to do with this. I
Mhm.
think they're victims. And I think social media and not even just social media. Everybody in this country is tearing them up, and I hate that because they're hurting too. Um, let's see. Okay.
When you say they're hurting too, I mean, how do you know that though?
Well, put yourself in her place, in his place. Your mom is missing. You have no idea if she's alive or crossed over. You have no idea where she's at. How is she being treated? Is she being fed? Is she given water? You know, they've got to be hurting. Any human hurts for something like that. I mean, my heart is absolutely broken over
Okay,
this
so
case.
let me just ask you in general, and I get what you're saying in a perspective. They're hurting. They very well could be hurting.
Sure.
But a lot of people in the chat feel like they're involved. Now, I don't know who's involved, but just say, for instance, if this was if you were them, you were them, and you were seeing the internet all over the internet, calling you a suspect, saying you're involved and everything like that, what would you do about it?
Well, okay. I
How
understand
would you
exactly
feel
what
about
you're
it? Like, what would
saying.
you do?
Of course, I would want to come out and say absolutely not, but you also have to remember this is an ongoing investigation. The, from what I've heard, the FBI has taken it over. But even if not, um, the FBI does have their hands in it, and they're going to tell them, keep your lips shut, keep your mouth closed, do not address the media, do not do this. I honestly feel they're just listening to the FBI.
They're just following law enforcement's advice.
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
Absolutely. Because my husband is an ex police officer, and that's what he said. You don't talk to anybody. You don't talk to anybody. That crime scene was done totally wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That crime scene should have been roped off. It should have been handed over to homicide, and the homicide shouldn't even have let Sheriff Nano walk past that and just said no, because they're in control of it. Said no, no one is crossing this crime scene until we're 100% done. That's how it should have gone down.
Yeah.
I mean, any law enforcement shouldn't have been in there once they called over homicide. And the reason they would call over homicide is because the blood and because of they have no idea if it's not a homicide. So they're going to treat it like that. Okay, that's my theory on that. Annie and Tommaso's car, I believe, is at Chapman Honda.
Whoa.
Okay.
How do you feel? Why do you feel that?
Well, I'm going to tell you in just a second. I know the lady that called in earlier said it was at Quantico's. I don't believe that's true.
I don't believe that either, honestly.
I believe the car parts have been sent to Quantico all the way down to probably the metal frame in the seat. But that car is at Chapman Honda. The reason it's taken so long is because, yes, the stuff is in Quantico.
So why do you believe it's at that particular Honda?
Okay, because
I heard another dealership.
I have a very open mind. I have been on this case since the second day, right along with you guys, and I have picked it apart. I can't sleep at night. I'm up all night. I watch this 24/7. It's just crazy. And when I'm not watching when you leave, or when Tucson's got his scanner deal going, I get on Jacob sometime, but not as much. I'm watching, going through YouTube just 24/7, day and night. And I have watched 9 different mediums. Now, I know you've had some come on there. Some are full of crap. Some you can't trust. But the ones I have, there was 5 out of 9 that named off Chapman Honda. They said her car's at Chapman Honda. This is what she's telling me.
So you're getting that information from psychic mediums?
Yes, from mediums.
Okay.
But look into it. Y'all tell Jacob to investigate. He loves to investigate. Send them there. Let him check that out. But
you're gonna probably have people go to Chapman Honda now.
Yeah, I would. I sure would. I would definitely tell Jacob to get on there and go. Okay, let's go back to the medium part. Okay, remember how the medium, was her name Maureen from Boston?
Maureen.
Came
Hancock.
with you? Yes.
Very nice lady.
Yes, very nice lady. Do you remember how she kept saying a basement, and your reply was, I don't think there's basements around here?
2%, but I don't know around here.
Okay.
In Arizona.
Right, and I agree with you. However, you're in the foothills of Arizona. There are some beautiful $1 million homes up there.
There is.
What if it's a wine cellar? What if it's a wine cellar? You know those people up there like to drink wine.
Yeah. So you're saying it's possible she could be in a wine cellar?
I think it could be a wine cellar, absolutely. Absolutely.
Whose wine cellar?
Well, everybody, 5 out of the 9 psychics say 3 doors down. So 3 doors down has to hold something. Something that they took her there. And several of the psychics said there's 3 people. 2 were inside. She gets up. She goes to the bathroom. She comes back. They grab her around her mouth. When they grabbed her, they bumped her nose.
But the sheriff said yesterday it's a suspect.
Yes.
Singular.
Yes, going to the suspect. Yes. Grabs her around her nose. They get her out the door. She kind of has an issue because she's got blood running down her throat, coughing, whatever. She goes out the door. They get her to the car. They put her in a light colored car, SUV type van. That's what all these people are saying. And they take her like 3 doors down. And wherever it is, when Miss Guthrie was communicating with them, they said, you know in Florida how y'all have those wind chimes that they're iridescent and they're like round. I think they're like made out of a shell, like a clam shell or something. Do you know what I'm talking about? They kind of sound
Well, we got about 1 minute left.
Okay. Anyway,
so 1 minute left. What's going on?
It's hanging on the back porch of the house that she was in.
Uh-huh.
And then they moved her again to a horse barn, and they buried her there. That's my theory.
That's your theory.
I'm gonna go off of everything that I've been looking into. Yes, that's my theory.
All right. Thanks for the call.
JLR, stay hydrated, keep using your chapstick, and keep praying.
All right, keep praying. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. What do you think, folks? Share in the chat. What do you think, folks? Somebody just pulled up.
How you doing?
Hello.
Isn't this a shame?
You're from Wisconsin?
Tucson, we want to come and see it. So, yep.
Yeah, a lot of people have been stopping by.
Yeah. Awesome.
Hundreds. Maybe 1,000 at this point.
Really?
Probably about 1,000 during the course of this, right? They'll stop by.
In a day?
No, not a day, but
Over the time.
I would say 50 to 100 people a day stop by.
You guys ever heard of Hayward?
Yeah. I've been there many times.
My friend has the antique store there.
Oh my God.
So when you guys stop there, say, hey, I met someone in Tucson who knows you.
Oh my
I
God.
think there's only one antique store there.
Okay.
Yeah, we go there once in a while.
Yep.
We're from Eau Claire, right up in that area. They're about an hour north of us.
Okay.
Awesome.
You have a good day. Yeah, I would literally say 1,000 people have came here.
It's
Stop
yeah,
by.
including the UPS critical
Well,
delivery.
you consider day 41, right? So if you got 100 a day, which I would say 50 to 100. Now, they're still popping. They've actually been coming down more in the last couple of weeks than they had the first wave when it was just media.
A lot of out of towners too.
William Butler, thank you. But I would say well over 1,000 has stopped by here.
Well, and that's why I think.
Plus, remember, they've had somebody got arrested here. Had some incidents of individuals. Police come. A 1,000 people.
Waving.
Was she bugging?
No, I was just saying you got to get the wave in.
Oh, she like took a picture of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Welcome in.
No, people come by and they look, get flowers themselves. I see people just looking. I see people cry, hug. It's a very somber experience. Somber.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look too bad. We got a smaller one too.
Where's your ribbons? Oh, the breeze feels nice.
Nobody over here.
No. No, that's
So where are you guys from? Local?
I am. He's from Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Damien, 857 Tucson.
I'm Dale Parr from Wisconsin.
Oh, good to meet you.
Same here, man.
Yeah, you can follow along. He's got about 20,000 people watching him on his stream. JLR at Investigates.
J-O-R?
JLR.
J-L-R. Okay. Add investigation.
Investigates.
Say it again.
JLR at Investigates, right?
Yes. I'm sorry. I was reading a text. How are you guys? I'm from yeah, JLR Investigate. See the hat?
Oh, yeah.
Take a pic.
I
Just
will
take a pic of the
picture
hat.
that, man.
You can watch it on YouTube later.
Awesome.
So what are you doing?
We're just covering this case, hanging out here, seeing who stops by, waiting on standby for perp watch, trying to get any idea who did this crime.
I just can't believe they haven't found the person. But I can
Exactly.
see now what they mean, how it's so
Oh, it's
covered,
dense. It's
everything,
dense.
and there's no neighbors across the street, and
Yeah.
any neighbors on the sides wouldn't see anything either.
But who would take somebody like this?
Who would take an
At
84-year-old
84,
woman?
yeah.
84. Just makes no sense.
That no sense.
No
right?
sense at all.
None at all.
No.
We're hoping the silence, they're just maybe watching some people, hopefully. But we
Yeah, you
just
never
don't
know if somebody comes by that's.
I'm sure they're hopefully, checking out on the streams if the different license plates.
Yep. Just pick up something.
Because a lot of people did say, on cases like this, that the perp might come back,
Mm-hmm.
like Koberger up in Idaho.
You gotta
Yeah.
check it out.
Yeah, he came.
Yep.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
What do you think with somebody 84? It'd have to be for a ransom.
Well, that's about the only thing.
I don't know what else.
Well, we don't know what they're hiding. See, and that's the thing is, there's just if they released more, we would have more of an
That's
idea.
true too. Or it was a robbery gone wrong.
That's a big theory.
Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of things.
A lot of people go to the conspiracy theories, but
But how did they get in?
sometimes- Well, they don't tell us that yet.
Right.
They
They,
won't
don't
tell you
know.
what, no.
We don't know how it got
But
in.
if we did, we might know a little bit more about what happened.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's calculated and they're just taking their time, and
Yep.
you gotta
Well-
trust them.
They're taking their time, that's for sure.
Yeah,
There's so many theories. Mexico seems good to me. I mean,
yeah. They're going through any theory
Yep.
that's possible.
Or she could have just died and now they have no proof of life, so now they're not gonna get the money.
yeah, there's all kinds
You
of
know.
theories.
Once they find the suspect, they'll be able to find Nancy,
Yep.
hopefully. But
Yeah, that's what we're hoping.
That would be the worst part for the Guthries, because just to always,
Yeah.
wonder where she is,
Right.
what happened to her, that would just be enough to drive you nuts.
Yeah. So you guys been sitting here ever since day one, or what?
I've been here since day 2, and he got here the first week
Wow.
too.
Wow.
But on Friday the 13th last month, we went to bed thinking that suspect was caught. Remember, if you guys remember,
Yeah.
it was February 13th. I went to bed and I was like, wow, that was a crazy 13 days, and they got the suspect. And then we woke up,
Mhm.
back to
Oh.
square one.
So you live here though? too?
Yeah, all my life, yep.
Yeah, cool.
It's to it. It's no
Excellent.
humidity though,
Yeah. Well, we're getting 24 inches of snow.
right?
Oh wow.
Yeah, we're
Lot
just
of
getting
snow.
18 to
So
24.
we're glad we're here.
Yeah.
It's a good
We're going
place
back
to be.
Tuesday. We go back Tuesday, so I'll get my shovel out.
Well, enjoy your trip out
Okay.
here.
Good
Thank
talking to
you.
you
Nice
guys.
You guys have a good day.
guys.
Thank you.
We'll follow you. Okay?
Yes, thank
Take
you.
care.
Check it out. Yes. Pray for Nancy.
What's that?
The thing about those paintings, the guy that brought all the paintings, all of them got knocked down.
Yeah, I think before we leave, we'll go move them over here, just to keep everything over there.
I mean, I think their intent was good, but if you think about it, what's everyone's thoughts about all these paintings that are lined up on the front? You know, with all this artwork that is like all over the place. I'm sure their heart's in the right place, but some of the things I've been seeing on Twitter saying it's a little bit too much.
Yeah, we'll move them over there to the Hope Flower section.
I'm not going to touch anything.
I'll move them. I
Yeah.
think it's a little tacky. My
I gotta
opinion.
get the street name too. Okay.
because it's like
Next I go to Hayward.
Yeah. It's called what is it called? American Heritage. American Heritage. It's right on Main Street.
Main Street there. We go for the Muskie Fest, that kind of stuff.
Yep. And you guys have the cross country thing going on there,
Yeah, they do the Verkeminer.
and then the lumberjack.
Yep.
Is that the
lumberjack.
muskie?
Yep.
Okay.
That's the same time with that.
He keeps saying you got it, and so it's on my bucket list.
So you haven't come to Wisconsin before?
Never. It's definitely
Oh.
yeah.
Been to all 50 states. That was one of my bucket list things.
Actually, I did go up to Bemidji.
Oh, okay.
My son
Minnesota.
he played college up there, football.
Okay,
for
where did you
Bemidji.
play for?
Bemidji?
You did?
No, my son did.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I
Nice.
did spend. I went up there. That's in. Is that Minnesota or that's
Minnesota.
Minnesota? But
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, yeah, it's same area.
So I kind of got a taste of all the water that's up there.
Water. Yeah. Summer's great.
Have a
Spring,
good
summer,
trip.
Fall. Stay away from the winter.
Right?
All right, man.
See ya.
Take care, Dylan.
Thank you. You have a good day. I like interacting and talking to people that are.
Lots of people from Wisconsin and Minnesota have been out here. Have you noticed that? I know it's snowing there, so that's probably why.
Yeah, there have been, hasn't there? A lot of Wisconsin. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people from Wisconsin and Minnesota. Minnesota. We've been seeing a lot of Minnesota, right?
Mhm. Yeah, if you want to put the rest of your drink in there
Oh, yeah.
so it doesn't completely turn to water.
Oh, we got a lot of ants out here.
Yeah, they love the EGs. The ants love EGs. All the sugar.
We are getting close to the 4 o'clock hour, folks. JLR investigates each and every day. We've been out here for over a month. Today is officially day 41. I gotta go get my other battery charger, so I'll be back in a second.
Bring a bag of those chips if you remember.
Yeah. There's chips here. Oh,
is
yeah,
it?
and I might have them in my car. You want a bag of chips?
Yeah, bring a bag or two.
All right, I'll be back. If you want to sit here
If
and
not,
chat with
no
anyone.
worries, though, if you got your hands full, don't.
No, it's good. I'm gonna use this battery charger for now, but I'm running. I got 2 battery chargers and one is running low. Just want to make sure we're okay.
Actually, Mark has a charger over here.
Yeah, he got one. I'll be back in a few, folks. Use the restroom too.
Welcome in, Theo Wilkinson. Welcome in, everybody. Friday the 13th. Hope you're having a good day. it's the weekend.
Yeah, see how I checked that other one?
The last Friday the 13th we had a raid. Carol says, has anyone on the chat called or spoke to JLR about the doormat? The doormat, we don't know what happened to that, but the authorities did not pick it up the first couple weeks. I will go take a look to see if I can see a doormat.
Oh, yeah, there is. Okay, yeah.
Doormat is still there, guys. Anyone who's wondering about the doormat, I can see it from here. It's still there. It's flat. It's a rectangle shape. It's still there. Doormat's still there.
Yeah, they didn't take it off.
You would think they would, because there would be blood on it, right?
CSI guy that's from Vegas called the CLR. He was like, we would have taken that, we would have taken that brush that the guy tried to cover over the whole camera. They would have taken everything.
I remember John DePietro was doing a case. It was in his town in Rhode Island. I was watching. And a lady goes missing. A lady goes missing, a guy's girlfriend essentially. They found blood in the house just like here. For 30 days, they had the police. And this went on for 30 days. And the officer in 24 hours is kind of like they had here,
Yeah.
but they put the tape up. And to just not have the tape up, you're inviting people to go in essentially.
They did.
Yeah, no, and that's why now they're talking about a shoot ring or something. It's like,
Love that.
waiting for something to come through to check the text. Every 5-10 minutes, waiting for people who are messaging. Very helpful. No new information except if you do go to ABC News, you can see there was some talk about new footage that they might have. Kristen Ann, welcome in. We are here, day 42. Day 42 or day 41? Man, now I'm getting my days mixed up. Chat here. Thank you. Yes, Patricia. They were called in. Welcome in, Lisa. So we're at day 41. I missed a day. Juanita, welcome in. You guys go ahead and ask each each other questions. If I miss anything, you can help each other out. Hit the like button, share it out. Welcome in, everybody. We are here. So far, no big information has come in today. Bear down. Looks like Arizona Wildcats are getting ready to start their basketball game for all the locals here in Tucson. Welcome in, Krista Ann. I don't think they're releasing the 911 recording. I don't think they're releasing that. No leads. This search, such a bizarre and botched. Hey, Gabby, welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you. Jalapeno.
I just grabbed a bunch of different flavors.
Welcome in, love LA.
Welcome back, folks. Continuous coverage of the Nancy Guthrie case. We're waiting out here in the afternoon hours. JLR investigates.
Was Dr. Q supposed to call back tonight?
No, I spoke to him this morning. So me and Dr. Q, he just gave me some suggestions. I'll just keep that offline.
Yeah.
For now. I did touch base with Dr. Q this morning. You know, I'll just say that Dr. Q is strongly encouraging, you know, keep the pressure on as far as footage itself. You know, we're here. Don't let this story go away. Don't let this story go away at all.
Now, I wonder if he's going to get contacted by, like, the Nancy Guthrie, right? If he put his name out.
Maybe.
They should. I mean, I think
I'm open-minded to his theory.
Huh?
I'm way open-minded to his theory. I mean, what do we got going here?
Day 41.
It's day 41. We don't know what's going on. Delicious. So one of the neighbors we were all staying at with the parking is getting some construction done on their home. So they got like a bunch of builders. So I had to switch to a new location. So very grateful for another neighbor. Very grateful for those previous neighbors that let us park in their driveway. Send a tremendous amount of gratitude for that, for letting us park in their driveway for what was about 2 weeks.
Huge.
Yeah, that
Could you
saved us.
imagine if we
Imagine we had to walk all the way from that.
Missy,
right?
we would be calling Missy.
We'd be calling Missy. Well, they got some construction work going down at their house right now. So, but another neighbor stepped to the plate, said, "Come on in," and parked at another location, about the same distance. So, Lars Musings is saying this chat has developed such discord amongst each other in the past days. When I joined the JLR Army, it was an open invitation for all theories. Now they just shut all other theories besides their own. Disappointed the viewers in this situation right now. Lars Musings. So Lars Musings. You know, I personally, again, people have different opinions. I wanted to personally hear the individual that was here yesterday and just see her viewing, and she got discouraged because of people in the chat, you know, saying things, whatever like that. You know, I'm open-minded to hearing everyone's theories, you know. Even people's that are far-fetched, I listen, and respectfully, you know, keep it moving. But, you know, it's good to hear people's opinions and stuff like that. But
it helps them, too. I mean, you talk to that lady, she can't sleep. You know, she's having trouble sleeping because of this case.
Maybe I set it up that way by, you know, doing the calls that triggers people's responses if they don't like the person's messaging. But I like to hear from people. I like to hear people's perspectives. I like to hear from all of you while you're listening at home, you know, analyzing this case and hearing what you're thinking could happen, right? Because that's what people are thinking. People are thinking this, and people have their ideas and their thoughts on that. And I think it's a wonderful thing. Definitely do not encourage fighting amongst each other and stuff like that. So, you know, if there's something, and you know, people say get mods and ban people and things like that. I mean, if you see a particular person you don't like, block them. You can easily block somebody. You can press the block button, you can block them, and you won't see them again or anything like that. I actually talked to her yesterday, and didn't apologize or anything to her, and, you know, said I'm sorry for my chat doing this or anything. I just said, you know, this is a chat. People are going to have their opinions. I appreciated you know, what you were doing and what's going on, and hopefully I could get some of your assessment later, whatever like that. So we've been exchanging texts back and forth throughout the day and everything like that. So I like to see her assessment when it comes to remote viewing. I mean, she came out here, she took the time, she put down a chair. She got discouraged because the neighbor kicked her out, and then she saw some people in the chat, and she just said, I'm going to do this from my room, whatever. But I think she plans to come back. I think she's actually going to come back here at one point. So again, folks, if you don't like anyone or a particular person, just press the block button and you won't see them again.
The one you just talked to had a really good call. The one that about
yeah,
10 minutes ago.
how's it going?
Hey, there you. I remember you.
We remember you guys. You were here before.
No.
This is your.
No, you're
Oh.
on the news a lot, aren't you? You have a doppelganger here in Tucson.
Man, you look like you are like on the
I've
news.
been on the news a couple times about environmental stuff, but nothing with this.
Okay.
I swear I thought you guys were here before.
Yep. You look like the. He actually. I know who it is. He's the guy. He runs the Republican Party out here. You look just like him. Squirrel.
Who knows? Who knows?
Not me. But anyway,
You guys are funny.
any news about Nancy? There's a Pima County story floated with the sheriff. He had some insight.
It's been silence. I mean, I hate to say it, other than you know, if you guys go online, you can watch his latest interview with NBC.
What do you guys got out here? What do you guys think?
We're waiting for the perp to be arrested, caught, or some really good information while keeping a forum open and hearing people's perspectives on the case.
I do work with the FBI.
Oh, you do?
Subject matter expert.
Oh,
I
on
haven't
what?
seen one thing. Okay, they got the guy going up the Ring Canyon. What was the break-in? I don't know. But did he go through a window? Did he go through the door, the garage? What was his
Exactly.
MO?
They won't say.
You used to work with the FBI? Really? Like doing what?
Volunteer. Subject matter on terrorism.
Terrorism?
Yes, sir.
Can I interview you?
I got spied. Hey, man.
That's good.
Can I interview you right now?
Go ahead.
Let's go. You don't want to talk?
No.
Share your investigative perspective.
They have to have something.
Yeah, we got to get something. Encourage him.
What channel are you guys?
JLR Investigates. We're on YouTube. We're actually live with 16,000 people.
Yeah, it's just,
Gotcha.
you know what's, it's because of Iran.
I hear you.
My antenna's up about potential action because of Iran, and the area I work in is drinking water plants, water treatment plants.
That's-
They've been
yeah.
hit by
Oh,
Iran,
so you-
yeah.
So you're worried about a terroristic attack at a treatment plant?
They attack
Really?
computers.
Attacking the computers, Iranians.
Or Iranian groups affiliated with Iran. If you want to, and I'll look up when I'm done, Cyber Avengers. Just Google Cyber Avengers.
Okay.
Are you filming me now?
Well, yeah. I mean, we are
That's
live.
cool.
Oh,
We are
All right.
live.
alright,
let's go.
you're live.
Cyber
Okay.
Avengers. Okay, I'm watching. I just wanted to pray for Nancy. here.
Pray for Nancy.
We will.
God bless you guys.
Guys, hey.
You guys have a great day.
Free,
Yeah, you
free
too.
press. Is
Free-
rocks.
Free press rocks.
Ever.
That's right.
Yes.
All right. Be safe.
Thank you for your service.
Free press rocks, he said. He said he helps the FBI with counterterrorism on treatment plants. Dude, he looked like an agent, didn't he?
You look
He had a
like
bald head, glasses.
ex law enforcement for
Definitely.
Sure. Seem like.
But again, pray for Nancy. And then he said free press. He went like this. Seriously, he went like this. Free press rocks. And he went like this. Free press rocks, right? I think they're getting out of their vehicle to pay respect to Nancy. Yeah, I mean the common theme here is like basically is like we're just waiting. We're waiting for some new information, some news, something, arrest watch. It is Friday the 13th. There he is. He looks like law enforcement. Nice guy. See if we can see him. That's a message to the perp. I think also a lot of us are just getting frustrated because there's just nothing anymore, you know? And, you know, like 2 weeks ago, very optimistic. I was very optimistic at the time of the raid, and it's just getting mentally draining. I think that's a part of the situation we got going on. It's just like, I don't know, man. It's just getting like everyone's getting a little just like annoyed and just like, hurry up with this, and what in the heck's happening? And I just think, like, you know, attitudes might be shifting a little bit. People are getting uneasy.
This is kind of this is a
Impatient.
post I put yesterday, and then Nanos did all his interviews. I did this first thing in the morning.
And what's that? Or people are getting bored.
I gotta read that.
What's that? All right. So 857 Tucson put this out on his page. When clear information and context are missing in Pima County criminal cases, the public is left to fill the gaps with speculation. Honest, transparent communication helps the public informed and focused on facts. Hashtag speculation. Well said, Tucson. You're right. Or as I say, speculation leads.
Yeah, you need to get
Lack
a shirt
of
with
information
that.
leads to speculation.
That's your next shirt.
We want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Should get a shirt?
Yeah, that's the shirt. Next shirt you need to get made.
Let's check in on Jim. Yeah, we check in on Jim. We're gonna check in on Jim. I like Jim. Jim's a very colorful person. I like his personality. I get good vibes around Jim. I totally get good vibes.
Jim
I get
needs
good
his
vibes
own
around.
Netflix.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's very nice in person. He's just very he's a go-getter.
Gregarious, is that the word? You know, very happy-go-lucky.
Happy-go-lucky. Rose Michoud 2562. JLR, I'm listening to a previous caller about Savannah only posting on Instagram regarding the ransom notes. What if Dr. Q's theory she used Instagram because the perp contacted her through Instagram? It's a good point. Dr. Q saying, oh, yeah, Savannah might have got reached by social media, email. Well, what about the perp reached her via Instagram? And that's the only way for her to reach back and release information via Instagram. Because everyone's like, why the Instagram? Why the Instagram? Why the Instagram?
A lot of
Michelle-
people have preferences what they use.
That's what I'm saying. I'm a YouTube guy. I don't even use the other. I use
I
X.
don't use Instagram, but I use Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. Like, some people just have their preferences. And they're like, well, I just like to use one thing. All right, Jim. You know, I keep messing up with Jim because I, like, literally... Here we go. I think this is Jim. Matter of fact, let me see.
Hello, Lisa.
Yeah, this is Jim. All right. I got to make sure I put Jim in my contacts. Add to contacts. One of my problems is I call people and get the numbers. Yours in there because your name's in there.
Yeah.
But other people, I'm like... And then I'm scouring around trying to find out. Jim. Exploring with Jim. All right. Saved. Calling Jim. Are we searching? Sonora Highway searching?
This sounds so weird.
You know, like electrical cars or something. I don't know. It sounds like...
Welcome in, Elizabeth.
All right, so Jim's not answering. People are saying he's searching. I think that before this is over, we'll probably all go out to dinner again or go out to get something to eat. But I'm like, yeah, electrical car incoming. That's what the electrical cars sound like. It sounds like a UFO. Like,
Yeah, no, it's...
bye-bye. Is that an electrical car?
That's a hybrid.
Hybrid. It makes this like humming sound.
Oh, it's cool. You put it in reverse and it sings.
It sings? Yeah, put it in reverse. Let's listen. I don't hear it anymore.
It's there.
It was singing. You guys have a good day. There you go. Just heard it.
Well, you know, I thought a while back, well, what if they put gates up in this area, you know, because this happened.
Hop the gate.
But people said there's too many entrances, exits, it would be too difficult. But you think the HOA would put cameras
At front entrances.
at the front entrances?
The front entrances have these like brick mounds, like
Yeah.
welcome to the neighborhood kind of deal. Like I think the over there towards First it has the name of the neighborhood.
Yeah, there's plenty of places they could put it in on all the entryways in this place, but everybody, everywhere.
But in reality, like, gated communities don't
W.
work because somebody could just follow somebody through.
But cameras do,
Cameras do.
and that's what's frustrating is there should be a big push in Tucson media right now that our cameras are better working in the city.
Yeah. No,
It's
I would say
silent.
cameras definitely get. I mean, if you're gonna have an HOA and you're gonna pay for HOA, most HOAs do have cameras, right?
I mean,
their
you would think
developments?
about it.
Yeah.
Some of them don't want to have strict HOAs. They just want to have it so in case somebody starts throwing motorhomes on their property, they can call. But camera at each one of these entryways.
It'd help. HOA, get some cameras. Don Huey, 952 Things says, I think everyone just needs to take a couple hours away. If you're watching this constantly, take time to appreciate what you have in life. Thank you.
Amen.
Get the cameras, man. Put some cameras up at the beginning of an HOA. I mean, what do you pay for? What are people paying for the HOA anyway? Some are cheap, some are expensive. Some HOAs run hundreds of dollars a month. They ever talk about 60 a year here?
60 a year?
That's what she said.
Oh well, that's
What's the point? I was like $12 a month, $10 a month, $9 a month. What's the math?
yeah, that doesn't seem most HOAs
Well, it's
are
$5,
like
$65 a month.
$50 a month or
Yeah.
more.
She said $60, and she said it's optional too.
Yeah, I heard that.
She said optional HOA. Florida, man, I'm telling you, every single new development in Florida is HOA, and you're paying $400 to $800 a month.
Yeah, that's what
Literally.
I was saying.
But you get all the amenities, but you're literally get private entrance. Well, not all the time private entrance, but you get the clubhouse, you get the pool, you get the
Yeah.
tennis courts, you
Do they
get.
have security officer?
Some do, some don't.
See, that's where the price goes up. Because I work with a local security company, trying to help get his business out.
But even with HOAs, people still hop the fence. I've seen so many cases where people get their cars damaged and broken into, and creepers and things happening in HOAs and gated communities. They still manage to get in, climb the fence. Well, yeah, have a guard shack,
Well,
cameras. I don't know, HOAs, would they work? I don't like HOAs, and some people just
No,
don't
I
like
don't either.
HOAs. I would never go to an HOA.
I've lived in them and they
No
suck.
HOAs for me.
They suck.
I don't have an HOA, and I would never get an HOA because HOAs control your life. Your weeds aren't.
They can own your house.
Yeah, they can own your house
They put a
basically with
lien on your
fees.
house.
They come around, and it's like the neighborhood. I was about to say, like neighborhood Karens come around and basically say, "Oh, you got a weed.
It does
Get
keep
rid of
the
this
home
weed by
value up.
Friday, or you're gonna pay a $200 fine. You can't park more than 2 cars in your driveway. Your yard has to look a certain way. You can't have a flag. You can't have anything banner.
Christmas lights. Don't forget,
Christmas
when you
lights.
put them up too early.
But
you'll
then
get
some
'em.
people like HOAs because it keeps out the riffraffs.
Well, and it also keeps the housing value.
Keeps the housing value. It keeps everyone's house in check. But I just feel like HOAs is a form of control.
Yeah. Well, it's all depending too if you're living in one of these cookie cutter neighborhoods where houses are like ding 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 ding, or this kind of area where you get an acre, everybody's got room. The value of the house too.
You can't avoid a home in Florida, a new home without HOA, really. Unless you got a piece of land in a neighborhood or something.
The
You
one
literally
that I
can't.
would go for is the ones that actually have the guard shack at the front entry.
Hey, Randy Petro. We got Randy Petro here. Our friend.
John or Randy?
Randy Petro.
Oh, not the Petro.
Into racing. Yes. Randy, get a hold of me. Send me an email, Randy. Send over an email. Like to hear from you. We got a friend that actually owns some race cars. Hey JLR, hope all is well. How long are you planning to stay at Nancy's home? Well, I'm here, Randy. That lady, Kim Sullivan, you were covering in Connecticut for holding her son captive for 20 years, went to court yesterday. Stay safe, brother. Your friend Randy. Hi, Randy. Just saw that pop up. Yeah, Randy, shoot me a message if you can. I'd like to catch up with you. Kimberly Sullivan. There was a woman in Connecticut. It was a house of horrors. Literally, she kept her stepson captive.
Oh, I thought it was the kids.
Since he was like, well, he started out when he was like 12 or 13 and literally kept over a decade, 2 decades, literally kept her stepson captive inside a house. And he was so desperate and so malnourished that he set the house on fire so law enforcement would come, to the house so he can get rescued. It was like a house of horrors. She literally kept him from everybody. Took him out of school. No one has ever seen the kid again. He grew up in his 20s. He was in his early 30s. And this woman's playing denial. You guys follow that case out of the Waterbury, Connecticut? Kimberly Sullivan. It's a house of horrors. It's crazy.
I know about the one that was in California with the husband and the wife.
Mm-hmm.
You remember? And they found them in like cages in their rooms. Remember that one?
There's been quite a few. I don't know that one.
This one had multiple kids.
It's crazy.
And then one of the older kids like ran out one day and told the neighbor.
That's what I mean. This guy here was like dwindled down to like 60 pounds. And she literally like held him upstairs. Like, I guess she took him out sometimes in the backyard to get some fresh air. No one even knew. Not even the neighbors or anything like that. And then he finally set his house on fire. So that when the fire came, he said, "Help, help, help." People are saying the Turpin family. The Turpin family. The Turpin family.
That family?
Turpin kids. I don't, but I do remember just vaguely about the cages. The kids in the cage.
Yeah, the kid. Oh, the photos on that were. I mean, there was one here in Tucson not too long ago.
Matter of fact, the Turpin family. Yeah. So the Turpin family isn't the one. The Turpin family. Their lawyers represented Jake Harrow or Jake and Rebecca Harrow. They're attorneys for the Turpin case.
I don't know what
the one that claimed their little boy Emmanuel, got
so they got the
kidnapped, fake kidnapping by a Hispanic man.
Ah.
People are crazy out there, man. There's people crazy. I don't know how you can hold somebody captive inside your home for
a month ago. I posted there was a military guy on the base, and his girlfriend got in trouble for some really heinous child abuse, neglect, not feeding them, underweight. And this was on the base here in Tucson.
What about Ariel Castro? His name Ariel Castro? Cleveland, Ohio.
That name sounds familiar.
People are saying Luke had a court hearing yesterday. Luke. I shift away from Luke, personally. I bought into his explanation. I really did. Nobody really talks about Luke that much anymore. Luke doesn't seem like he's getting much attention in the chat in the last week. Maybe that
Dr. Q is getting everybody maybe focused on that.
I don't know. I am sensing like people have moved on from Luke. Definitely moved on from Carlos. I mean, one of the victims of Castro was Amanda Berry. That's right. Amanda Berry. But Luke, people said Luke failed to show up for his court hearing. Do you have any court connections that find out about his court hearing docket?
No, but there are people probably in the chat that can go in there because it's
they're saying Luke failed to go to court. Why would he fail to go to court?
I'll call my friend and see if he's got any. Remember I was telling you about that Monday? I never heard. But if you remember, I was supposed to hear something.
New statement by the Pima County Sheriff's Office. Good afternoon, media partners. Please, the statement. Hi. How are you? How are you? What's your name? Your name's Nancy? How are you, Nancy? Oh, you're 85. You from around here, Nancy? Thank you. Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you, Nancy. Praying for Nancy. We're praying for Nancy. I'm sorry? I live in Florida. Florida. I live in Florida.
Florida?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, with Brian?
No.
My sister-in-law lives in Florida.
Thank you for watching. We're praying for Nancy. Her name was Nancy. She was 85 years old. She just wanted to say hello. And her name was Nancy. And she was 85 years old.
Sweet lady.
She was very nice. She goes, thank you for covering this. We are watching. Me, my daughter, and my granddaughter that were in the car. Beretta Scott Kang, who is a regular in the chat, states Nancy is with her family. After she showed up at the hospital weeks ago, after a ransom was paid, Savannah is back in New York City and the house is being prepped to sell. There is no search or tips. Hashtag hoax.
It's a good point. It really, like that to me, I know we can't believe it, but for that to be an 84-year-old woman being flown in, and we all heard it on the scanner. This isn't some, internet sleuth who came through that night in Rio Rico. That would be just a weird coincidence, but it sounds like it is.
All right, so going back to this statement, please, the statement below regarding evidence in the Nancy Guthrie investigation is coming from Pima County Sheriff's Office. The Pima County Sheriff's Department continues to analyze various forms of evidence in the Nancy Guthrie case, including material from laboratories as well as images and videos captured by cameras. At this time, we will not comment on the details or status of this analysis. It's what Pima County Sheriff's just said an hour ago. So pretty much nothing.
Nothing.
It's almost like they say the same thing over and over and over.
Well, it's like they're trying to put out a message to act like they're doing something as far as putting messages out, but it's really nothing. Are you guys leaving soon? Right here? Yeah. As soon as you leave, all right. Are you going to be here tomorrow, though? You're leaving tonight. go grab a couple cubes.
Yeah, go for it. What time is the sunset?
I'm gonna shift over as the sun starts shifting down. It's the 4:38 hour. It's the 4:38 hour. All right, I'm gonna go right here. Well, I don't want to get in your way, Tucson. Is that in your way?
No, I'll move it.
You okay?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Mark the shark.
JLR.
We gotta.
Investigates. Grab some waters. Maybe a bait. Oh no.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, bringing Dr. Q in.
Why don't you take them out and put them in like a bag? Yep, like a bag?
Yeah, there's ants everywhere. Oh really? Yeah. That's alright.
Hey, Jonathan.
Hi, Dr. Q.
We don't even have bags.
Hey, are we on live?
Yeah, we're live. Is that okay or no?
Yeah, that's fine.
Awesome. Hello, Dr. Q. Dr.
I just
Quentin
wanna-
Schultz.
Yeah, Quentin Schultz. I just want to tell everybody that JLR and I had a conversation this morning about some aspects of using media to help kind of smoke out some more information. So that's really what it was about. It wasn't about working on any particular theories or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I want to thank everybody for praying for my grandson, Elliot. Last night, he called me on video messenger and said that he was not doing well at all and he was starting to cry and he had a bad fever and so on. And then this morning, I called him and he was doing much better and the fever broke. And I think the prayers did the trick because normally kids don't have a situation like that with a high fever for just one night. So it's great. He's doing pretty well. The bad thing here is the storms. I'm in West Michigan and we've had these very high winds and storms. It's been horrific. Power is out all over West Michigan. Our power is out. And so I'm running here on limited battery, but I thought I'd call you before the phone is dead.
Yes.
And cover a couple of things with you. The interview that the sheriff gave yesterday was very strange. Now, I could say that about a lot of the interviews that the sheriff does, but yesterday's was particularly so, where he seemed to claim that he and or others knew from the very beginning what the motive was, and they're staying with that motive. And he suggested that they knew who the person was, and yet then he went on to say that, but don't assume that, and he also said that the perp definitely picked this particular place or resident, but then he went on to say that it could happen to other people too. Now, when you put all that together, you have to understand one thing. This is the most important thing I could teach you about communication. So I'm a professor of communication, and I'm going to give you the world's best definition of communication and the one that's lasted the longest for thousands of years. And communication is creating shared understanding. Shared understanding. And the sheriff seems to be unable to create shared understanding with his audiences. So that you come away more confused than actually sharing understanding. So why that is, I have no idea, but he does it repeatedly and he contradicts himself. And it creates this kind of chaos. You've got a lot of people on your stream. I've been on the stream looking at comments tonight, JLR, and there are a lot of people that are upset. And when people get upset, they can get nasty with other people and get impatient and all. It's part of human nature. This is the way we are. And what we have to do is all kind of sit back from that and realize that we're letting this crazy situation get to us. And it is a crazy, crazy situation. So I'm hoping that some of the reports that have come out saying that they have some additional thumbnail, mini pics from some other cameras. They didn't get video, but they have some mini pics, might help. Although it appears that those were from the back or side yards and they didn't have much on them. But I'm also still hoping that they're going to be able to put this DNA together and tie it to somebody. Because as far as I can tell, that's the only thing we have going right now. And DNA takes a long time to put together and trace and so on. So that's understandable. I wish we had other things. I wish we had definite on a car. Wish we had definite on the direction of leaving and so on. But there doesn't seem to be much in the way of definite evidence. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, I was going to ask you what's your take, because I don't think we talked about it yesterday. What's your take on the reports that the FBI was recently at, it is believed, the El Charro Mexican restaurant, talking to prior employees there about Savannah and Nancy's appearance at their restaurant sometime back that was on TV?
Right. I don't know what to think of that. By the way, I think I've been to that restaurant, but that's neither here nor there. And it's a good restaurant. That's one of those things that comes in from the side, and I can't make a clear connection. What about you?
Well, I mean, it's going to me. When I heard that, it takes me back to your parasocial perp, where it was someone obsessed with Savannah or Nancy that saw them at this restaurant, whether it was an employee or someone that was attended, because we had another individual in our chat, Murky Piglet, who is a regular in the chat, said that was advertised for 2 months prior. Like the restaurant itself put out that Savannah and Nancy's going to be there for this segment live on TV, or the TV segment or whatnot. So giving, maybe the perp or some psycho, maybe, to go there and stalk them while they were there, or look at them or interact with them while they were there.
It's a possibility. It's generally not a good idea if you're a high-profile person to have something like that advertised well in advance. You say, well, what's the gain to them to do that? I've had people that I've known that have gotten into situations like that, well-known people, and there were people there that were not necessarily the kinds of people you would think would kill you, but they were very strange people who showed up, some of them.
Well, maybe the restaurant was thinking about themselves and not necessarily in her aspect, but thinking, oh, well, we'll get publicity.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Good. It's good publicity for the restaurant. So that does make some sense. It would be great to have super duper video of everybody who was there that night.
Yeah.
But whether or not they are able to do that, I don't know.
But the question is, if they were recently there, and we're 41 days into this, and we'll just say they went there recently, over a month ago, 35 days or 36 days or something, recently there, I mean, are they grasping at straws and still trying to expand out of all the places that Savannah around here kind of went to and try to go that route, or they really think someone from the Mexican restaurant could have done this?
Who knows? It sounds like they're grasping at straws, but maybe they've got some other reason for that. You know what? I thought it would be fun, JR, if you would feed me questions from the chat. So again, I'm Quentin Schultz. My students have always called me Dr. Q. They kind of enjoy that, and so I often go by that. And I've got a website and YouTube, a couple of YouTube channels and stuff. Write a lot of books. If you go to Amazon, look at Quentin Schultz, you're going to see a load of books, including the recent one on the movie A Christmas Story. But so that's who I am. I've done expert witness training and been an expert witness in very high-profile cases, and I've also done some speaking for legal organizations on communication, including courtroom communication. So communication is my field, and if you want to ask me questions about anything in the case, let's do it now. I just thought that would be fun to kind of open it up. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, they're running 100 miles an hour. Hopefully we can see some. If you see any on the chat, you want to
Yeah, I can't see them and talk to you at the same time here.
Yeah, got you. So these things are firing off. If you have any questions, just put question, and then just put the word question, and then with the slash, and ask a question, and maybe somebody has something to say with this.
Yeah.
And this would be on just anything centered around this case, the handling of the case,
Yeah.
the publicity of this
Yeah.
case, the messaging.
Right. Especially if it involves communication. Who says what to whom, where, why, and what does it mean?
Yeah, exactly. So, question, opinion. If Savannah has Nancy in New York,
I don't see that as a possibility.
do you think some people are starting to come out a little bit more saying just how this is and how it seems like life is going on with the Guthries now, where they're getting back to some normalcy, fixing the house? I mean, is there... Okay, for instance, this 84-year-old. A lot of people in the chat are talking about an 84-year-old woman that was med back to the hospital this time of the Carlos raid. People are saying that that's Nancy. They already know it's Nancy, whether she's alive or dead, but they've already know that. The family knows that. I mean, don't you think the law enforcement have an obligation to say that was Nancy if it is, and not keep that
Yes.
secret this long? I mean, well, that would be career ending, right, for the sheriff, right?
Yeah. In fact, there would be legal suits there if they didn't do that.
Question: how is Elliot? That was a question.
Yeah, great. Yeah, he's doing much better today. Thank you all.
Question: number one reason someone would abduct Nancy.
The number one reason you would think would be for a ransom. But I think in this case, the more likely reason is that it was a person who had a skewed relationship in their own mind with Savannah, and they felt this unrequited love. They weren't getting the attention from Savannah that they wanted, and so they decided to go after her mother because her mother has been with her on her show a lot and is well known. So in my field of communication, we call that parasocial communication, where you don't really know the other person, but you get infatuated with them. So that's the best that I can do. I don't think it's a ransom. I don't think it's a robbery. Was anything taken? We don't know that. That's another one of those things that they should be telling us. There could be something taken that would be a memento that this kind of disturbed person would take, and that might be something that people wouldn't know is missing. With respect to cleaning up the house and getting the security in and possibly getting it for sale and all, it's just the way it's going to have to go, because who in that family would want to move into that house after what's happened there? Just horrific.
So okay, some people have the theory that Savannah's planning to move back in, or Cameron, or someone, her children, one of her children moving in. I mean, is that even logical on an unsolved case?
I don't think so. And I think it's dangerous, and the security there could not be as good as the security that her family should probably have. So I don't see that as a possibility.
857 has a question.
Well, it's actually
go
from
for
my
it.
chat. So, are you saying with your theories? I know the tunnel vision is kind of what some people say they get stuck in, and I'm not saying you're getting stuck on that, but with that, do you think the ransom notes? I know some of them are fake, but do you think any ransom notes were real, or were those a hoax?
Yeah, Tucson, that's a great question. And of course, when it comes to the early ransom notes, they were going through some type of Bitcoin, which makes it hard to track the money. And then Savannah said, to the public on Instagram, we need some proof of life. And apparently they didn't get any proof of life. So I would not believe those early ransom notes. And then the later ones all seem to me to be quite goofy.
Do you think the suspect could have done this before and not be caught prior? something like this, a crime like this?
Yeah, if it's a person that's just likes crime and likes hurting people and the like, then it's a possibility. But if it's an infatuation with Savannah, then I think it's highly idiosyncratic. It's just a one-time thing set up for trying to get revenge of a sort for lack of attention. That's how I see it. Now, by the way, on how narrow or broad you go with theories, I'm open to anything that anybody puts out there, no matter how crazy it is. And then I look through it and say, does it seem reasonable based on the limited information we have? And that information is limited partly because the officials are not giving it out. And so I'm making the best judgment I can. But because I'm in the field of communication and I know about this parasocial communication, I realize that that is a real distinct possibility. And I've known people in the entertainment industry, still do over the years, some of them fairly well known, who have had problems with stalkers, online stalkers, calling stalkers, stalkers coming into yards and breaking into homes and stuff. So this is not unusual. Most of those cases don't get reported publicly because people don't want to encourage it. And but that's a possibility, the best possibility that I have. So I'm staying with it for now, but I'm ready to abandon it if the sheriff or the FBI or whatever gives out some information that is solidly in a different direction.
You know, New York had this thing in the policing in the 1980s and 90s, the broken windows policy, I guess. You know, some criminal starts small and then works their way up, and you got to get the person first before they do something else. I mean, does someone go to one extreme to the other? Like if they never did a crime before and just go right into kidnapping and busting into someone's home? They never done that.
That's a great question. So I don't know how to answer that with these parasocial folks. But what was interesting to me in the sheriff's remarks yesterday is he referred to one person, him. He didn't refer to multiple people. And of course, there are a lot of theories about multiple people being involved, helping to carry Nancy out and so on. But I think that, in poker we call it a tell. And I think that's one tell that was in the sheriff's interview yesterday.
Rebecca Wolf says, question, what type of communication with the public does Savannah need to do to lure this perp so he can be caught?
Yeah, that's, wow. So one whole way of thinking about this is that officials would, let's say this happens particularly in cases of kidnapping, work with the people whose loved one was kidnapped to try to lure the kidnappers into something, to get them somewhere, to get them to use a medium that is not completely private. And I don't see any evidence that that's happened in this case. So, and the one time that Savannah gave the presentation where she seemed to be most vulnerable and talking from the heart, she almost gave the impression that she was speaking to the perp in a personal way. And that would suggest to me that there was some evidence in there too, that it was probably a parasocial kind of thing. But again, I'm not pushing this as a definite theory, but it sure makes a lot of sense.
Catherine 2315 asking a question, kind of what I was going to ask you. Nano says that this can happen again by the same person. Then how is this a parasocial towards Savannah?
Yeah, so unless he's thinking about it happening with another well-known person or the relative of a well-known person, then it would not be parasocial. So I don't know how to read that. Now, I don't take everything the sheriff says 100%. There's a lack of clarity. As I said, there's a lack of shared understanding when you try to understand what he's saying. So I don't know what to make of that, but that's a really good question.
When he thinks of that, when he said that, I'll be honest, my thoughts, the Rachel Marin case out of Bel Air, Maryland, where Rachel Marin Someone crossed over the border illegally, but before this animal murdered Rachel Moran, he tried to break into a house in Los Angeles to do something to an individual there. Escaped, got out of there. They got the DNA from that perp, and then he traveled across the country and did it again at Rachel Moran, and this time murdered her while she was jogging on a trail and pulled her into a tunnel and brutally murdered her and got the DNA. The DNA matched there, and then they caught the guy, I believe in like Tulsa, Oklahoma, or somewhere in the Midwest. But the thing about it is he struck again. And when he says that he's absolutely someone can do this again, makes me feel like is this just some psychopath guy that likes breaking in and, you know, abusing women, or, you know, has a fetish for women, whether it's elderly or anyone, you know, and the same person that did this could do it again to some other person.
And is the parasocial...
That is a possibility.
Is it strictly for sexual, like parasocial sexual, like reasons, or is that not it? I mean, is that always in parasocial why they're doing it, or is there another reason?
Yeah, that's great. So parasocial involves an emotional feeling towards someone. Yeah, it's a kind of false intimacy. It is not necessarily erotic or sexual. You know, it's like you could even assume that you wanted this person to be your best friend, and they don't seem to want to do it. And so in your own demented way, you take it out on somebody else. So no, it does not have to be sexual at all. Though it could be. If you really want to watch a crazy movie, I almost hesitate to recommend this, but Liam Neeson is in it and stars in it. And it's called A Walk Through the Tombstones. A Walk Through the Tombstones. Wow. And it's about a couple of guys who try to who like to abduct and kill and torture young women. And the main character, Lee, decides that he's a former police officer, also an alcoholic. He's going to AA meetings and stuff. He decides he's going to help one of the people who happens to be a major drug dealer track down who has his wife or daughter. I can't remember. I think it's his daughter. But the film really gets at how that parasocial stuff is really weird and doesn't have to be sexual at all.
Stack 6165. Question: why didn't the FBI take the mat from the front porch? There's a mat on the front porch.
Absolutely baffles me.
It baffles you.
Baffles me.
Today we spoke to a worker who was doing yard work next door. What was it? Pest guy, who personally knows Nancy. Like he would do work and see Nancy out here. Last time he was here was 8 months ago. He would come through Nancy's property and, you know, buy, you know, the stuff he collects from the neighbors and then puts it in his truck, whatever like that. We intercepted him. Very nice guy, not involved whatsoever. But he said that he used to talk to Nancy, could see her walking fine and everything like that. But the authorities never even asked him or talked to him or questioned him at all about anything. And, you know, there is garbage people that I spoke to that pick up Nancy's trash. None of them been questioned. What I'm saying is everyone that had had contact with Nancy or been to this house, don't you think they should have at least been questioned?
Of course.
About if they see anything suspicious or anything, and they haven't. Yeah. Many people.
Yeah, it's baffling. There's so many aspects of the case that are baffling, and the communication is so poor. I don't get it.
That chalks up his ego. That's Nanos' ego that you were saying, why don't I come out of this, you know, press conference feeling more, I don't know how you phrased it, but more informed. And it's because his ego is he, you know, he has a lot of emotions he wears on his sleeve. You can see his body language. And so he's always trying to, I think, react based on his ego versus, what's best for the public.
Yep. As I said a couple of times to you, I don't know him. I've never met him. I have spent a fair amount of time in that area because my wife and I are big bird watchers, or birders we call it. And we've done a lot of birding from there up to Phoenix, north of Phoenix, and especially between Tucson and the border.
Yeah,
We've been
Patagonia.
out there. Yeah, Patagonia is great. We've been at the lake there and up into Madeira Canyon and so on.
Yeah,
There's something like 12 different kinds of hummingbirds up in Madeira Canyon. It's remarkable.
yeah.
But
Jennifer,
yeah,
go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, I was
I
going to
was
read
gonna
another
say-
question, but go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah, let's do the question.
Jennifer Williams in the chat said, would the perp, oh man, I lost it, but what it basically is, would the perp keep any of the evidence on him in his possession at this point? Which I saw backpack, the gloves, the outfit, we'll just say the outfit, any of that evidence that we see on the Nest Cab, what's the chances of the perp keeping that in their possession at this point?
Yeah, very, very little chance of that. The only connection there might be that he took some memento. Some piece of jewelry, or something that wouldn't be missed immediately. Anyway, and he's got that hidden away somewhere. But no, he probably got rid of all that stuff right away. Took it out somewhere where there's a big can and burned it.
Cheyenne Sexton 2215. Could the perp's parasocial be mother related, as if he didn't have one in his life?
Of course, and there are all kinds of dynamics in that. So this would be a person that probably is from a troubled family. A lack of love, attention, could be from father and or mother, and is a loner, as I've said before, and he gets involved with people vicariously through the media. And it's a relatively common thing, and particularly for people that are lonely and don't know how to conduct themselves socially.
Ashley Mystery 2717. Question: what is the impact, benefit, or disadvantage of this being live streamed in regard to the perp, and on the other side for the public?
A great question. And that's what I've been writing about, because I have this idea that it would be possible in a digital age to have vast swaths of the public involved in searching for people and paying attention to people. We're at an age where we could do that. And what you're doing, the JLR and Tucson and others that are out there, has some real potential. The problem is that it's on YouTube. A lot of people don't know much about YouTube. They don't necessarily get on there. They wouldn't even know to look for a stream. So there has to be some way of publicizing this, and then there has to be a way of using the folks to report actual evidence or possible evidence, rather than just getting on and arguing about things, which social media tend to promote. So the downside is, in the communication research, that when it's something really tragic like this, and a lot of people get connected to it through the media, it worries them. There's a lot of fear and worry. They might not sleep well. And so that's a downside. Now, that's true even if it's just covered by TV around the clock, or the news networks on cable and stuff too. So it's not idiosyncratic to what you're doing with the streaming. So there's potential out there. There are these downsides. The rumor mills are always out there, but the rumor mills are going to be out there whether or not you do streaming, right? They'll go to Instagram or they'll go to X or something else. Big time. So you and I talked about that this morning off the record a little bit about how do you get some of the better sources moving in that are out there, but it's so disparate.
Question, and I want to make it about me in a second. This is coming from MJ Muniz. Should JLR be careful as well? Meaning, like
I
me
don't.
streaming
Yeah.
this, the perp gets obsessed with, you know, us covering this on them and take it out on us or me or Tucson or anyone here.
No, I don't think so. I think it's the opposite. I think they love the attention. So I wouldn't worry about that. You know, anybody who has any public profile at all is going to get some nutty stuff here and there. And I've gotten letters, you know, that telling me where to go in no uncertain terms, unsigned, you know, no return address and all that kind of stuff.
I get that too. I get that too.
Yes.
Tracy,
Yeah. So you.
yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. Another question.
Tracy Hartman, question: would it be fair to say that they have or know where Nancy is because they are not looking for a body-only evidence?
They need that body. If they knew where that body was, they would be on that so fast and doing the forensics on and around it. That would really break things open. So it's the lack of the body, whether deceased or alive, is a huge problem in this case.
Any questions?
Yeah, well, back to what you were saying with, you know, the social media attention and YouTube, is we had about 2 weeks ago, they kind of went after YouTubers saying that I don't know how it was phrased, and I interviewed with some people, and I thought, you know, I kind of suggested that there could be in the future a liaison between the law enforcement and you know, YouTube streams. So because I think there is things that they get out of these streams to look into, and so is there a way that this could evolve in the future where you know, obviously we know law enforcement is watching JLR stream, that it can be more of a uniformed way to get tips or, you know, things that people say. Like you said, if he's watching, people have sent me things where people are typing in the comments and it looks suspicious. But maybe in the future it could help evolve how we do what we're doing, but also how the law enforcement interacts with it. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, great question, Tucson. So the answer there is AI. That's custom made for AI to take all that incoming information and to sift through it according to certain parameters and spit out some possibilities. And that will come. But I don't think, even if they were willing to try it right now, I don't think we've got the AI technology to do it. But I could be wrong. The FBI is one spectacular organization, and so they already have worked on it.
Yeah, a lot of questions are why is the sheriff refusing organizations to search? This is coming from pilot mode at this point.
Another baffling question. I mean, here's a guy who more or less allowed the crime scene to be destroyed, and then he's worried about people going out searching because that's somehow going to destroy areas where they're searching or get in the way of things or whatever, even if they stay on public property. Makes absolutely no sense to me. In fact, I would say the opposite. The sheriff should have some kind of liaison with search groups and organize with them and send people out, particularly on the public property, or if they have permission on private property, whether they're using horses or four-wheel drive vehicles or whatever, and they should come up with the likely spots like you guys have done a little bit with, but you know, what you're doing is so great, but it's so small compared to what could be done if law enforcement really got behind it.
I agree. There could be massive amount of people if they would just agree. People would come from all walks of life and look, but it's like, here we are. When has this come from Paul Grant, keeps sending this over and over. When has a celebrity parasocial stalker kidnapped a celebrity's family member?
I don't know on that. I would have to go back and look at the research on that. Good question. In fact, I'm going to research that. And I think there have been cases of spouses being kidnapped, but I'm going to have to go back and look.
Was there a marital affair either with Savannah or the husband, and the perp is taking revenge.
Have no idea.
Yeah, I don't either. Only they would know. Really? That's only if they would know. Ask if Savannah only used Instagram potentially because the perp contacted her on Instagram. I think we asked that before, right?
Yeah, who knows? I will say this: the social media like Instagram are not ultimately unhackable. They are very hackable, and so you could trace through what comes from where on the social media, and you have to have the permission of the social media company to help out. But in this kind of case, they would get that easily.
Keep going. There's so many questions. Elder abuse card left at the door. Anything on that? Why that would be? Elder abuse card left at the door?
Yeah, I don't know about that either, and there has been talk about elder abuse even beyond that in this situation, and I don't know what to think about that. I think elder abuse typically involves people who are related to or close to the elderly, and I don't see any evidence for that here.
Well, the elder abuse, I heard, and maybe you can verify this, is when somebody goes missing, an elderly person goes missing, it's an automatic case for Adult Protective Services. It automatically gets dispatched. They send out. Obviously, it's not an abduction, but in other cases, it could be something else, a wanderer, this kind of thing. And so you think it could be just automatic when she went missing that they send out somebody?
It could be, yeah. It may vary from a county to county or state to state too on how they do that. I don't know.
Some people are saying, they are commenting, we don't know for a fact it's parasocial. So why are we discussing this? Why would some people are saying this is not verified as far as, the perp being a parasocial, this could still be anything else.
Yeah, good question. So as with any thesis that we have right now on this, we don't take it to the extreme because we could be wrong. But when I put the pieces together, it makes more sense than anything else. But I'm trying to track any evidence coming out to see if it would lead a different direction. So it's a good point. It's a good point. I mean, we can all get too worked up or too committed to a particular assumption. And so before my phone goes completely dead and I have no power in the house, it's probably a good time to end.
It's a wonderful chat as always. I mean, to me, Dr. Q, it's like, again, with the sheriff saying that he thinks the perp could strike again, could just go that the sheriff believes from the get-go it was just a burglary gone wrong, like Brianna Whitney says. And once a burglar, always a burglar, and a burglar will continue. Once a thief, always a thief. Once a burglar is always a burglar, and the burglar will continue to do burglaries.
Yeah, okay. Hey, good to talk to you.
Hey.
JLR, Tucson, we'll see you guys later.
You take care, Dr. Q.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Dr. Q, Quentin Schultz. Let's go check him out.
Take care.
His phone was dying. So. Hello.
How much longer are you guys sticking around?
Tonight?
No. Are you riding this out?
We're here.
Nice.
I'm here through the weekend at least.
No,
I live here, so I'm not going anywhere.
I just retired from the sheriff's office. That's why they hooked up with me. I've been with them every day for the last.
Used to work for the sheriff's department?
I did, yeah.
Get a chair. Come on in.
I'm parked right there. I got to go, but I'll give you my card if you want.
Yeah.
Here,
Hey,
just-
857 Tucson? Are you local here?
I am local, yeah.
Okay.
And I've seen some of the stuff you guys have been putting
Okay.
out. Yeah.
So are you speaking about the sheriff's department within, or?
Oh, I have, yeah.
So
I haven't been afraid.
critical of them, or?
Oh, of course.
Critical of the sheriff's department.
Yeah.
So what's just real quick, 2 minutes of your time? What your whole assessment about the situation, the investigation, botched?
Not really.
No.
Things like this happen. My personal opinion is I think she was dead before she left the house, which is horrible to say, but I think whatever they were planning, I think it was targeted. Whatever they were planning, something went wrong inside, and even if they just even tied her up and laid her down, she'll be dead in a minute or two, and they won't realize that. They'll think, I could put this woman in handcuffs and, she'll be fine for days on end. Old people die very and that's why I think they were inside so long, coming up with a plan to get her out, get her in a car, and beat feet. As far as the investigation goes, the first thing I thought when I heard it was she just walked away. And I think that's probably what the deputies thought, because that happens. It happens all the time. I've done dozens. I retired after 30 years, so there's nothing I haven't done or seen. And even in this neighborhood, we found, people walk away and find them 2 weeks later. They're in a wash under a bridge or something. So that was my initial thought. Then when the blood, some of the other stuff started popping up, like, okay, and they still had the scene. I don't know how much longer they should have kept it. Probably a little bit, because they came back so many times. But that being said, when you find more information, well, maybe you come back. So botched, I don't think so. I think the guys on the ground probably did a real good job.
Oh, yeah.
But you don't know what you don't know. And as cops, we can't just like take stuff for the sake of taking it, so to speak. You can't just put bubble wrap around the house for a year, unless the family said so. Now that could have changed it, because no one's living there, and that could have been a conversation. Hey, we don't know what's going on. We want to keep this pristine. That probably should have happened. Where I think the sheriff failed was everything with the FBI early on.
Like coordination?
Yeah.
Coordination.
They should have been contacted super early, brought in to help. They've got so many more people, so many more resources, so many more little technological gadgets and things like that. And then you've got, instead of 3 people investigating it, 300, like it turned into. So
A lot of people in my chat feel like there needs to be proof that she returned home from the night, when she went out and stuff like that. Sheriff saying, she came home. Sheriff should the sheriff be believed if the department says she returned home that night?
I would, yeah. I think she probably did. Simply because this is so unordinary. This is not like anything I've ever seen. This is made for TV shit. That never happens in real life. Whenever something like this happens, a one-off, like when Isabel Sellis went missing, for the first week I'm like, nah, this is the family, because dudes just don't kidnap unknown kids, just like this doesn't
were you
happen.
around for Zasha Pickett? Did you ever hear that case in 86?
No, I was still,
okay.
yeah, I was still,
Anyway,
yeah.
she was kidnapped from her bedroom, too.
Mm-hmm.
Sheriff cleared the family.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Asinine move.
It is.
Yeah.
Why?
Because there's no suspect yet. You don't know who did it. So to clear anyone, you can't do that in an investigation. Think about this. Think about in 6 months if they find out a family member did it. How is the county attorney or the U.S. attorney going to prosecute that? This dude right here said I didn't do it, and now you're saying I did? So that's why you don't do that. I get why he, in a vacuum, wanted to, like, to take pressure off of him because of all the
Politics.
Yeah.
Politics. It comes down to politics.
I don't think it was politics. I think it was his fatal flaw is like his emotions. You've seen that. And he saw them, like all the internet sleuths saying, oh, it's the son-in-law, it's the son-in-law. And he wanted to have them stop for like nice reasons. I don't doubt that, but it was a horrible investigative tactic. Should have never done that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What's your name?
It's Bob Krieger.
Bob.
Yeah.
Used to work for Pima County Sheriffs?
Used to, yeah.
Wait, what?
I was a lieutenant when I retired.
Lieutenant?
Yeah, SWAT commander for 20 years. On the SWAT team for 25 years, 5 of those as commander.
A lot of people in our chat feel it could. The speculation is some sort of parasocial person obsessed with Savannah and taking
That's what I think it was.
You do?
I do think it was a stalker of some sort.
A stalker?
Yeah. About a month before all this happened, I don't remember if it was local news or national news, did a little article, a little thing on Savannah Guthrie. And I was watching, like, I had no idea she was from Tucson.
I'm just bringing you the mix.
Really?
I had no idea. And they just did, and it was just a nice thing, like, hey, local girl made good. They talked about her going to U of A. And my theory is that someone who loves watching Law and Order and Criminal Minds and all this shit is just a little off their rocker. Said, oh, Savannah Guthrie, I can get away with this. I know to wear gloves, and I've watched enough TV shows that I can go and kidnap this woman and try and get some money out of it. And I truly think that that's what, not necessarily the news article, but for whatever reason, someone, a stalker-ish type person is one who got it.
Now, real quickly,
catch him.
Is looking at that surveillance photo. You're from Tucson.
Yeah.
And I know body language, right? And that body language does not seem like, and I'm obviously stereotyping in lots of ways, but to me, it looks like more of I hate to say it, a gangster
walk. It looks like a local. It looks like just
Okay,
a
so that's-
typical dude from South T coming up to do this.
Thank you.
Yeah.
South T.
So
South
that's
Tucson.
You know what's crazy though? A woman literally, she said she literally came up and said South Tucson. She said 16th and Irvington. She swears she saw the guy. She said she gave the information. She's at a bus stop with the same backpack. I mean, that's what she says.
Yeah.
yeah.
But you know,
Well, then I say South because that's typically where you have more violent crimes down there. It's lower socioeconomic, so
They
there's
just
more
took the
crime
cameras
down
out.
there. Yeah.
so if it was
Yeah.
a stalker, how do you catch the perp? Like, how would they do it? How did they do it?
It's going to come down to, I hope that there's more electronic evidence they're not telling us about. I'm certain there is. If they got that video off the front, there's going to be more. It's either through DNA or it's through the dummy speaking up. That's how we catch 80-90% of our bad guys. They speak up, they talk to somebody. He'll be drunk at a bar and say, hey, I did this. As long as they're quiet, we don't catch the smart ones.
Why no vehicle?
Oh, there's a vehicle involved, I guarantee it.
They just
But why,
hid
why not on surveillance? Like,
cameras?
Yeah,
they just don't have it anymore around here? Or
no, there are very few cameras, like intersection cameras. Like every intersection has ADOT cameras, but you know, it's not tracking stuff. We don't have red light cameras anymore. The ADOT cameras aren't super clear. They're more just, oh, the blue car hit the red car, and you can see that. And you can make things out, but you got to know what car you're looking for too. You know?
yeah.
I want to bring up, because a lot of similarities, even though we have an 84-year-old, but do you remember the Holly Dasso case?
What was it?
She was kidnapped from Suntran Bus. She was last seen on Suntran Bus 2023, downtown Tucson. She was kidnapped. And
She's
the
not
sheriff,
she's not the one who went to North Carolina, was she?
no,
Okay,
no. If you look up Holly Dasso,
I'll look that one up. Yeah.
she was abducted, and I ended up having to do a FOIA request to find out, well, what happened? How?
Mhm.
What? Well, they ended up finding her on Marsh Station Road out there on Vail,
Okay.
and the perps put her on with no clothes on the train tracks
Uh-huh.
and let the train run over her.
Yeah.
And the sheriff is not, and that's still an open case. She was abducted from Tucson. The last time she was seen on Suntran Bus. I post about it about 3 times a week.
That name now, I'm picturing something on social media about that. I'm gonna look into it a little bit more because I'm.
Please.
Yeah, not even.
Because
familiar.
I mean, I have all victims, you know, because I did find a serial killer's victim here in Tucson.
Mhm.
And if you, Zasha Pickett, similar story to Isabel Silas. It was
Uh-huh.
the biggest story in Tucson.
Yeah.
She was missing for a week. Me and a kid were out playing in some desert, and we found her.
Jeez.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's what I was telling. On the weekends, everybody's going out doing their fun exploring. It could be that someone finds Nancy.
That's what's gonna probably happen. If I had to bet, they'll find her body out west of 3 Points or going down south.
I've
Buenos
been-
Aires.
how
By
long-
what? Just a random person hiking, not by tip that leads law enforcement
No.
there.
Do you remember Linda Watson?
No.
So she was.
Oh, older though. It's older.
Yeah, that's about 15, 20
Yeah.
years. Her husband was a fireman. He was convicted for killing her and then ultimately killing her mom as well.
Mhm.
And it was like about 17 years after the incident, she went missing, never found. And he went way west of Silver Bell Mine, and well, we happened to be following him in an airplane. It was
Oh, yeah.
intentional because he got close to the body, like went out there almost to visit it and then left. Went out and did a search, and that's how we ended up finding her.
Okay, yeah.
And so
Remember
these
that.
things, if something like that doesn't happen,
Yeah.
bodies are a dime a dozen out there.
Yeah.
But what about these 2 guys that they scooped up and did SWAT and put the names? I mean, probable cause. I mean, like.
Well, they weren't arrested. I would tell us that was very typical of a case. Like if SWAT's hitting a house, we're gonna grab onto everybody and hold on to them and.
But
you know,
like,
put 'em in
we don't know what
handcuffs.
they got them on. I mean, just this really small probable cause can trigger all that SWAT stuff and everything like that. Really?
Oh yeah. Probable cause is an incredibly low threshold in the
It
court
is.
size. Oh yeah.
It's lower than preponderance of the evidence and reasonable doubt.
Oh yeah. It's below 50%.
Yeah.
So like if I said you did this
Yeah.
and he was a cop, he could literally arrest you for it right now.
Yeah.
Just because.
Yeah.
And
It
that-
doesn't mean it's going to be prosecuted.
Exactly.
It's just
That's
enough to
its
trigger
part.
the-
It's like, oh, now, but the problem, like when you arrest somebody, all the clocks start ticking,
Yeah.
initial appearances, all those things happen, and that's why you wait to arrest somebody. all the time.
or probable cause if a law enforcement witnesses something, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Doesn't mean you did it. It means I have enough to hold you for a while and try and figure things out.
Doesn't the crop, like, shouldn't have this been taped off, like, when it happened?
Yeah, it was for a while. But at some point, you gotta open it up. It is what it is. That's why I don't think, of all the things to criticize, that's kind of like low on my list.
Who do you think's gonna solve this first, or who do you think? What agencies do you think's gonna find this? The FBI or the?
It'll probably be us.
It'd be you guys.
Only because we'll get the call when someone finds the body. You know, having the FBI though exponentially helps.
But do you think they'll catch the perp before the finding the body?
No.
You don't think so?
And here's an interesting.
Not like IGG or anything to track them down. Nothing.
Yeah.
We're in Catalina Foothills, but you know how close Tucson is, right?
Yeah.
And so you know how bad crime is here. I cover it. So I listen to the scanner. I hear all you guys and everything, and not one comment from the mayor about anything. And then also Mark Kelly showing up too.
That was weird.
You know what I mean? That's why I mentioned the politics.
Yeah.
part.
For him to show up, I didn't understand that.
No.
Yeah.
And Savannah getting the call, you know, from him first. Anyway, thank you. for
Yeah, thank you.
talking.
We don't waste your time. You've been talking to News Nation. So
Yeah.
I see you on News Nation.
Oh yeah, I haven't been out, but I was doing the weekend with Brian every Saturday for like 3 weeks in a row. We did the Q&A. People would call in, and
They kind of asking
Yeah.
the same questions we've been asking.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, like we're just like we're totally we're YouTubers. And,
Yeah,
you know,
getting
we're out
that,
here.
that
and just-
inside view is kind of cool. You know,
I would
I
love
think
to
that's what they
pick-
like, you
I
know?
could pick your brain
Yeah.
for hours, dude.
Yeah.
Like literally, I could just say, hey, let's
if
talk.
you want
for-
my info,
yeah, let me get your info.
I don't have a
Like,
card, but just write it, throw it in your phone real quick.
Here, listen. Can you just call your number?
Yeah.
And then I'm JLR, and just we'll communicate and stuff
And
like
I
that. Maybe I'll
really
pick your
like-
brain with a question
Yeah.
or two or something. You know, off
If
record.
you look into that Holly Dasso case too,
Mhm.
because that one I think it's very similar in how everything went silent. And
60666. Nice,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
nice start.
Yeah.
All right.
Washington D.C.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. I
Alright.
appreciate it because our audience we're just like addicted to this, and we want. But I want the law enforcement, particular Pima County perspective, you know, from former deputies and things
Yeah.
like that. And I've spoken to some,
Yeah.
you know, to try to understand this whole thing. And so you think they got to find the body?
Yeah.
They're not going to find the perp for the body.
Probably not, unless the DNA comes back and he's in a system somewhere. That's the thing with DNA. It's cool if they got it, but it's got to match somebody.
so you don't think it could be multiple too, like I know a lot of people are thinking Peril, but me
Yeah.
personally, I'm thinking burglary gone. Brianna Whitney.
No.
She came with a source though from
Yeah.
FBI Phoenix
Mm-hmm.
that said that, and I know Nanos denied it right away. So
Yeah.
we're like, okay,
I don't.
But-
Like I said, I think there were at least 2 people here that night.
two people.
Dude on the camera and dude in the car waiting. You don't do this by yourself.
Exactly.
But I don't think it wasn't a home invasion. I've done probably hundreds of those, and
Yeah.
those are way more violent, and they're focused, and there was
Most home invaders don't really do grandmas, right?
No, They want shit. They want either money or drugs. They're not gonna kidnap you. The cartel's not gonna kidnap you for $1 million. That's nothing for what they do. There are no cartel ties. I don't care what anybody says.
There's
about
no
that.
cartel. You're ruling out cartel.
I would put my pension on that, my retirement on that. Yeah, they don't need that publicity.
But what about a local? Say, I don't want to say, you know, a local group. You know, local
Yeah.
hoodlum group. You know what I mean?
That's why I think there's too much at one. Like if ever a local hoodlum, they would just show up like the 3 of us.
Mhm.
Hey, I've watched people. A kid got killed up in Catalina about 5 or 6 years ago by his buddies.
Oh,
And it's all on camera. And they just showed up like this, and they planned to kill him. You know, it was like, yeah, they're not. There was too much planning for what went on at the front door, for it to just be some of those guys.
yeah.
What
Well,
about a South American burglary ring? Those South American transnational burglary rings. Is that possible?
Possible, yes.
Probable.
But we might get struck by lightning.
Okay.
And
You're
that,
not
that's
buying
why
it, really?
No, no.
A lot of
Stupid,
people have been
simple
talking about
theory,
that, but
though.
Yeah.
it doesn't fit that MO.
No, again, they want money. They want things. None of this shit that's gone on equates to that.
Yeah.
Burglars want as little bit of. Everyone here has fucked up the burglars in this neighborhood for the last 40 days because they commit that crime at 10 o'clock in the morning when you're at work.
Yeah.
They don't show up at 1 in the morning and try and sneak
well, here's
in.
what
and-
I
and
also
get
thought
your,
is that night, people say, okay, she got in here. They came in here where she was already here. To me, they thought her leave at 8:30, and they were here already for hours. And I also heard, and this isn't confirmed, that she had a safe inside. And so then, how do you get into a safe?
You gotta get a combination. You gotta talk.
And who has it?
You gotta wait for the owner.
So
It's
to
possible,
me,
yeah.
I think they were in here. Either they saw her leave, and now they're like, "Hey, this house is empty."
Mm-hmm.
Hit it then, and then waited for her to come home to get the safe code.
Possible.
Because I mean,
Yeah.
that's my burglary gone. Because
Yeah.
Brianna Whitney, she did come with, and that was an FBI source that
Mhm.
she had, and she's the. Anyway, I don't want to. I know you
Yeah.
spend more time than we
What
were
time-
hoping.
Yeah.
So
What
thank
type
you.
of work you do now?
I'm officially
You're
retired.
just retired,
I was
just
supposed
living the
I was
life.
supposed to be a flight attendant. I
Really?
actually started my training. 12 days after I retired, I was going to work for Southwest, and like I was supposed to be giving drinks and all this right now out.
I like Southwest Airlines. That's my favorite airline.
It was mine too, and the company is why I did it. But some personal stuff happened. My first week of training, my sister passed away, so I had to step away because you couldn't miss any time in the training. They've been awesome. They're offering it up to me, but right now I'm just kind of. I've been doing this full time for the last month.
Really? Like this?
Well, usually interviews. And, I've been on podcasts. I've been on every network. I'm a Zoom master now.
Zoom?
Yeah,
What do you think of this Aaron Cross? Are you friends with Aaron?
very close.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Talk to
Did
him
we talk to him
daily.
into running for sheriff since he said he won't?
I'm not gonna run for sheriff. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
You? You're gonna run for sheriff?
Fuck no.
No. Why not?
I was asked years ago, and I said no then, and nothing about politics, about the running side appeals to me.
Yeah.
Running an agency and fixing this agency, that appeals to me.
But not
Do you
that.
think this agency needs to be fixed?
Yes, it's needed to be fixed for about 20 years.
What's major issues with Pima County Sheriff's Department?
Chris Nanos, and Chris Nanos. That being said, it has been inbred. What you see now has been going on for decades. It's now just so common, and so that has created such a horrible morale issue. Like I used to love coming to work my first.
It's a good old
20,
boys
25.
network.
It is, and you can only get ahead if you kiss the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And when you choose not to, you get assignments like me and Aaron had for the last 3 or 4 years.
Which was what?
Aaron actually came and worked for me at Civil, kind of when all of this started. When he got his first punishment assignment, that was mine as well. Then I ended up at CNA for a while, and then my last year I was at the jail, just sitting there watching.
We've
YouTube
been
videos.
hearing about the jail. Like he's sending people to anyone that's critical of the sheriff gets sent to the jail.
Yeah, so me and Heather, our offices were across from each other.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So the problem is Chris Nanos,
Which leads to the morale issues, which leads to why people are leaving, the attrition, the lack of experience, all of those things. But if people don't leave police jobs for money, because $1 an hour to go work for Old Valley, that's not life changing. They leave because of leadership. They leave because they don't feel like they're a part of something. And if we can change that, which I think we can, I'm hoping this most recent Nanos blow up about him literally lying under oath.
Yeah.
People don't forget about that, and I know that the Board of Supervisors is going to start looking into it very seriously.
So what can the board of supervisors do?
So, they can ask him to retire. If he doesn't, they can start going down investigative roads. There are statutes out there. It's tough to get an elected official removed, but lying under oath, lying about your background, that's going to open up some definite avenues for them.
Can he are you afraid that he'll retaliate against you? Or can he? Is there anything he can do to
Can't
retaliate?
do anything against me now.
Yeah.
I think he wants to get his pension, and so
But he's got it.
so if he
Yeah.
gets fired, he would lose that if he gets fired. Wouldn't
Well, but if he retires, if he just
That's
says,
what I'm saying.
I'm done, I get to keep everything, and that offer will be on the table.
he? Yeah. So
If
I'm
you disappear right now, you keep everything. Because part of our pension for PSPRS, our retirement plan in the state,
Yeah.
if you're convicted of a felony, you lose that. You get your money back that you put in, but everything for the rest of your life, you're done. You don't
Yeah.
get that.
So some of that is going to come down to just, hey, I need to not put myself in.
Yeah, he's
'Cause
knocking
Dan
on death's
Gutierrez-
door. He's I saw that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's doing, but
It seems
it's
like people are
100
also digging in on him right
100
now, like his resume in El
Oh, yeah.
Paso, and
Yeah.
apparently had
police cars.
disciplinary problems and
Mhm.
gambling stuff.
Gambling, shots fired, excessive force. I wouldn't if one of those things happened, I would push to have that person removed from the sheriff's department.
Yeah.
You know, to have all that happen to in 4 years, that's unheard of. That's insane.
And do you think, and I know we're taking a lot of your
Yeah,
time,
that's
but
fine.
you know how the political machine works, and Nanos has been one of those guys
Mhm.
that's whatever the locals say,
Yeah.
but also, and when we had a million people come up from Mexico and they were in the hotels and
Mhm.
all that thing, and Nanos basically helped it, right?
Yeah, he just kind of stood back and
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so I think a lot of it, comes down to, why he does it is politics.
He ran the agency with one priority: to get reelected, not for the safety of the community, not for the safety of Pima County, to get reelected. So he would sit back and say, "Oh, it's okay that these people are coming up."
Yeah.
I wrote a grant once, and I got like $100,000 to buy equipment for the SWAT team from a congressional grant. But I had put in there some of it was going to be used towards border security. It's like, take that out. Like, that doesn't sound good. I'm like, why? We have 138 miles of border, and we'd like to secure it. I'm not saying we're going to go tackle illegals coming across the border, because I could give a shit less about that down there. But there's a lot of stuff that revolves around that. So I'm done. I'm not writing this grant anymore. You guys can do what you want with it. So basically, they gave away $100,000 because of 2 words that were politically a hot button.
Well,
So yeah, you got to have
I'm not
priorities
gonna
in
go
law
too deep into
enforcement.
that, but I think a
Yeah.
lot of his whole career is
Oh, yeah.
basically on appeasing the mayor
Mhm.
and the cabal of Adelita Grijalva, Raul Grijalva,
Yep.
and I hate to say it, but he's basically helped the cartel expand because it was always looked the other way.
Tie in our hands. Yeah.
Look, and I mean, not saying you guys wouldn't go after him, but it wasn't a priority.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, well, you're
Fascinating
awesome, man.
conversation. Thank you.
Yeah.
Law enforcement perspective. Pretty cool.
Good luck with it. Hopefully this gets solved at some point. Not real.
Optimistic here.
Yeah.
You think this could go on for a while?
years?
Years.
Unfortunately,
It's
until
the same thing with the Holly Dasso, you know, and they not, and that's why I was parallel is they just stopped sending out information when they didn't,
yeah.
and it was like, so then I'm like, well, why wouldn't they tell the public that this person might be out here and did this?
Yeah.
And so I know there's part of it that's strategy, but
And that's like, there's certain things that like I'm fine with them not releasing stuff.
Yeah.
Now it's we as the public don't have a right to know.
yeah,
I'll let you know if I were there. I'd let you know it's going to help the investigation, and I'm never going to put anything out that's going to hurt it. You know, and that might make media mad and the public mad, but that's just because I'm only advocating for the family.
yeah.
It's all about the victim and the family, nobody else. I don't
Yeah.
care who's mad at me, gets mad over that, and if you do, that's a you problem.
Well, last question, and maybe we got more.
I got one
last
more,
question.
brother.
How do? Because to me, when this kind of situation, they're gonna tell people how they got in the house.
Mhm.
Why wouldn't they at this point? Maybe not right away, but 40 days in, hey, the guy got in through the back door. Why is that being held out? Like, that's an important piece.
Because
for
if
safety.
I'm interviewing someone, I'm gonna question them in a way that I'm not gonna tell them everything I know, and I want them to try and incriminate themselves on something. So the more little stupid details like that, like he got in, who cares how he got in?
Yeah.
That matters when I'm questioning if I have a suspect. Because if I make a comment like, you kicked the door in, he's like, no, I didn't. And you talk about the front door versus the back door versus a broken window versus whatever coming down the chimney. The more they know, the less effective I could be as an investigator when I'm interrogating somebody. And that's why like people think that matters. They got inside. It doesn't matter whether it was forced entry, whether it was not. And I'm not going to say which it was, because my people were going to question that person. They need that. That's like kind of it's in their back pocket to use when it's time.
How do you think the perp got in?
I know there wasn't forced entry.
It wasn't? You don't think it was forced entry?
Whether the back door was open, whether she opened the door for him because of something they said, or just an old lady like not even thinking about it, like, open the door.
Yeah.
Or more likely, I think probably something was left open. And something didn't go right at the front, so they went around back and a slider was open or something.
You think Nanos is out? He's gone from this? Do you think he's gone, or is he going to survive this?
He can't survive this.
He can't?
Unfortunately, it's Pima County. He might, but he can't. I'll start for the good of the department, more importantly for the good of this community and all of Pima County. The people who supported him a week ago how do you get behind and say, I support this guy who lied under oath, this guy who lied about his personnel record? You know, if nothing else, when it comes to cops, you got to have integrity. You know, everyone's made mistakes and did shit. Who cares? You talk about it, you move on. You don't get to do what he's done, especially in the last week, and survive that. If he does, it's going to be, this is the tip of the iceberg as far as shitty police work goes if he sticks around for people in the county. Because no one, and within the agency, no one supported him prior to this other than, you know, the 15 or 20 people in his circle. And there'll be more information coming out Monday or Tuesday, just from the unions, from Aaron specifically, with things that are rolling.
Things are happening. Oh, things are happening next week.
We hope. We really
Popcorn
hope.
ready.
Yeah.
Popcorn ready.
John Stewart or Michael Jackson. It doesn't matter which one. Just grab your
Popcorn ready.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Yep.
It's coming.
Well, I know what he did to Heather Lappin as far as the, you know, suspension and all that, and because I followed that kid. I actually thought she was going to win that.
She would have.
Yeah.
She absolutely would have won if he didn't do that.
Yeah.
That's what he's, on top of everything else, he's a horrible fucking human being.
Yeah.
And that's more important than all of this.
He's just ignorant, mean.
Yeah, spiteful, arrogant, egotistical.
They said he's mafioso, like runs the department like a mafia.
He does. So I tell everybody this. I said, this agency is run like it's 1970 New York.
Right.
Like
Old school cop.
It wouldn't surprise me if they stood up there and they drank scotch in their office or something, because that's just a cool thing to do. But it's all about kissing the ring and looking the other way when your people do something horrible / illegal, and then doing what you did to Heather. Heather, you will not find a better person than Heather.
Oh, she's awesome.
And to have 7 IA investigations in 13 months is unheard. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
The things that they did to her, and then, you know, like I said, if that doesn't happen, she absolutely wins. Probably not by a lot, but probably by a few thousand votes. There was just enough to sway, because people thought, well, if she's on admin leave, she must have done something wrong.
Yeah.
And she did. If you go back, that's his track record. In a primary 2 elections ago, a former sergeant was running against him. Kevin Kabisky was his name. And the week before the primary, the October surprise, or whenever the primary was Kevin was accused of molesting his stepdaughter. They put that out to the media. So
Does Nano? Yeah, go ahead.
the primary goes, Nanos ends up winning, obviously, and then nothing ever happened. Oh no, it was his camp that put it out. It's just who he is. That tells you the kind of person that he is.
Local media. Is there people like he have local media in his pocket?
Fuck yeah.
Certain local media.
All of them.
That are
All of them. It's
all of them?
disgusting. The only one who
Thank
wasn't
you.
was Corus Nylander.
Oh yeah,
Corus held him to
He moved
task.
to Florida. Wink. You know
Yeah.
Wink?
Oh yeah, Wink News.
Next time you got to meet Chorus.
Okay, I'm
And-
from Florida.
And he was, especially around the election time, he was the only one. Like, if you just look at what I think it was either Channel 4 or even the newspaper, they called the error in the resume a clerical error, and they just said, "Oh, no problem here."
I call it out if you're
So,
on
so
my page,
media
you know
here,
I
local
call it
media,
out.
does not call them out. Are they afraid of them? Afraid of access? Afraid of?
Afraid of access. It's access, because he would. Lupita Maria was his go-to for 20 years, because she went back to Dupnik and all of that, and you know, whatever. I never understood that relationship. Like, I'm gonna just tell the police story, and we're gonna move on. But yeah, so they are hesitant to hold anyone to task, and it's really the same. They're hesitant with everybody though. It's
Same
the
thing with
county
the mayor.
attorney. Yeah,
It's
It's
a
like,
cabal,
Mhm.
and it's an entrenched system. And if you think about it, all the elected officials, and I'm not being political, are Democrat except for one.
Mhm.
So it's all protecting each other in any way they can,
Yeah.
right?
And when it comes to like even just law enforcement in general, like, it's like, fuck all the other politicians. I don't care about the board or the mayor, but when it's the county attorney and the cops, you can't go down those roads, and they have, and that's what sucks for all of us.
And Laura Conover, I'm not going to go into her because that's a whole nother conversation. But her brother's also a cop,
Mhm.
right?
Jason.
And so it's kind of, that's what's so weird to me is that, you know,
Yeah.
so it's a small world here in
It-
What's
Tucson.
it
up
is.
with no press conferences? What's
Well,
up?
you saw the first few, right?
They were disaster.
Exactly. Someone
Every single lie, like
Mhm.
each and everything, was ended up. The
He
first
fin-
one,
he
not
finally
true.
listened when someone told him to stop doing it, I think. because I'm sure that's what he is in every meeting, though. He just talks in circles. You're like, what the fuck are you even trying to say? That's internally. So none of that was a surprise whatsoever. But it got so bad, like they just had to stop. And then his little press tour of talking to media one at a time was
10 minutes. 10
Yeah,
minutes.
that's
It was a
another thing that's
disaster as
weird.
well,
Like,
too, yeah.
so now it's just select media, maybe scripted questions,
Oh, I'm
you know,
sure, yeah.
prearranged softball stuff.
Yep.
NBC.
For NBC because of Savannah,
Yeah.
you know, the exclusive access because he's not speaking to anybody.
No,
anymore.
And I guarantee he's not gonna answer anything.
Well, and especially now he's got this other ball game. Do you think that's going to take his attention away from the case, and he's going to be like, you know what, I have cross and all this.
Better, yeah. Because
Yeah.
that's honestly that's way more important for his career than this. This is just this cops doing work.
Yeah.
That is, there's a lot going on there. So,
Yeah. Well, we're all staying tuned.
Hi, how are you? Now we're facing this way. What's going on?
Hi,
What's going
I'm
on? Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What's your name? Thank you. Thank
pleasure,
you.
yeah.
Pleasure, man. You
Take
gonna
care.
run?
What's that?
Run.
I'm gonna run to my car.
Thanks.
Pay attention though.
Hey, pay attention. Nice. Thank you.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice.
Thanks for being
What's your
out here.
name?
Joanne.
Hi, Joanne. Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Hey,
That was
how you doing?
interesting.
Yeah, nice to meet
Damien, nice to meet you.
you. Nice to meet you. Thanks for being out
That
here.
will be interesting.
No, I was great that you talked.
I should go. They're probably going to.
Yeah.
My
So what brings you out
husband-
here?
I live here.
Oh, you live here.
I live in Sarita.
Live in Sarita.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know.
Mm-mm.
You spilling the tea.
No, that was great. That was really great.
That was by chance.
Is that Aaron Cross?
Huh?
Was
No,
Aaron
that
Cross?
was his friend though.
Oh.
Bob, right? Bob. His name was Bob.
Anyway, we just came by because I've been watching it a lot.
Bring back Bob.
So
BBB.
thought I'd come out here.
Better
and say
Business
hello.
Bureau. Bring back Bob. Bob was like, yeah. Bob was speaking.
That was
All right, we're gonna get going.
Thank you. You have a very good day.
You're welcome. Thank you for being out here. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah, sun's
You as
going
well.
down. It
I
feels
watch
good
you a
out here.
lot.
Oh, you do?
Yes,
Good.
I found you last year, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, while I was watching
The scanner or the courts or
The
just
courts.
the Facebook?
the courts.
It's good to know who's doing what.
It is. So
That's the main thing. You know
Yeah.
how bad crime has gotten here in Tucson. So
Mm-hmm.
hopefully, awareness, I think, will bring change.
Yeah.
That's my kind of motto.
Yeah.
Is awareness. It's starting. The onion is getting peeled open now. They can address some of the issues that
Yeah.
you know how people ride around Tucson.
yeah.
So thank you for coming out.
You're welcome. Thank you guys for being out here because no one's here. I said to my family, I said, once the media goes away, this is gonna go away. And
I don't know. It looks like there's some stuff brewing within the Pima County Sheriff's Department next week.
Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation aside. You know, that's big.
Looks like there's going to be some things with unions.
Well, because when he
Maybe no
told me you
confidence
need
votes.
100
Maybe it goes to the Board of Commissioners.
I'm gonna go.
Thank
Board of
you.
Everyone's
Supervisors.
waiting. Thank
Have a good
you,
day.
Thank you.
See ya.
Okay.
Because you know Gutierrez, the congressman.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he filed to have the Nanos getting thrown out. What's it called? A recall.
Recall.
But you know how many signatures he needs? 122,000 signatures by July. I'm not saying it's impossible.
How many people? Well, that's like 1/4 of the population of this area.
However it is, but that's I think they need 10%.
20% or something.
So I started thinking, hey, that's going to be hard. But this other route of them going to the Board of Supervisors is going to be more quick, concrete, and he's not going to have to worry about, hey, these signatures weren't validated.
Bob's
He's-
speaking out.
Oh, no.
Bob's speaking out.
He's not the only one.
Bob is speaking out. Interesting. Next week, fireworks. Get your popcorn. Thinking, critical thinking. It's almost sunset time. Almost, not yet. It is 5:52. Sun goes down in about. Hold up, Misty Haynes says. Did someone say that Nanos has a history in Texas? Yes. El Paso. Looks like he had some issues in El Paso and resigned before being canned out of there due to a lot of things like disciplinary issues and gambling, and there was a lot of things. All for gambling, there was a lot of accusations against him, and pretty much probably resigned. One of those things is you quit before you get officially fired, therefore it's not necessarily a blemish on your resume. And they also talked about media covering for him, local media, most of them covering.
They do that to the mayor too.
Do they?
Oh yeah.
Check my email. Yeah, it was interesting. That was a good conversation.
That's why I remember that one.
Any
day
other
when
Pima County speak?
the
Here's your
camera.
platform. You got a lot of people watching. Interesting, right?
That was a great conversation. I'm really glad he stopped. He's probably waiting because he has the hit with Brian at 8.
Oh, does he?
That's what, because remember he said he's not going anywhere?
Yeah, yeah.
He's just up there hanging out waiting for his, Well, tune in tonight to News Nation and watch, was it Bob?
Yeah, Bob.
Watch Bob tonight on News Nation.
We call him
Sounds
BBB,
like.
bring back Bob. BBB, bring back Bob. Come back, Bob. How am I feeling today? Thank you for asking. Much better. Lots of fluids. Hanging out. Another day. Day 41. We need a Friday. You know, remember, folks, 1 month ago was also Friday the 13th. So that's very strange that we got back-to-back Friday the 13th. February and March. Today is March 13th, right? And I remember, you know, we had a day, we were covering the case out here, February 13th, a lot of activity here. And then we ended the stream, and I remember going back to my hotel room. I was staying at the Best Western. I left the scene here. Long day, we were streaming 12 hours. Left the day, went back to my hotel, and I propped my feet up, took my shoes off, got a burger, laying in bed, fries, covering the case, and boom, oh, SWAT activity. Jump back up. Possible situation. Or no, was that the Carlos one? I'm getting confused. We were already out here.
Yeah, because I was going to say,
oh my goodness.
Went out to Miranda.
There's been, yeah, that
we
was,
went
we went to Miranda. We were just
raining,
here.
It was pouring.
Yeah, and then, no, sorry folks, so much SWAT activity. That was Carlos, but I remember Carlos because I jumped up. I think we were at Annie Tomaso's ending out here, went back, got a burger, then went back out on the SWAT stuff. But with this situation, Friday the 13th, we were already en route. Then our stream went down, and then we restarted the stream while we were out there by DE's house. We were in the neighborhood. So many get confused. But we thought that was it. At that point,
I went to bed that night thinking, wow, that was a crazy 13 days, right? And then I woke up, square one.
Carlos, I was kicking it in bed. I hear taps. Hear the taps? News. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. I'm not drinking Red Bull. I'm drinking Monster drinks. We got the tea. People are saying Dad's going live. Is leaving tomorrow?
Yeah, he said he was when he was coming out. He was only coming out for 6 days. So
he's been here for a week. Holy smokes, time flies.
Yeah, no, I mean.
dun, 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 dun. William Butler, thank you, William Butler. Jackie G. Thank you so much for everything, Jackie G. Our Australian friend is back in the house. Misty Haynes, always in the chat. Misty Haynes probably was loving that conversation with that.
Oh, she.
Misty Haynes does not like Sheriff Nanos, and was probably like, oh my goodness, so many comments, Misty Haynes.
I think I even got an email from Misty.
Sun will be down here in the next half hour. It actually feels beautiful out here now as the sun starts going down. Okay, so this is what I was telling them, folks. I think the pictures is a good thing, but you got to see this with the pictures. Hold on, let me pull this out. Make sure we have enough battery. Yeah, we got 61%. We're good. I don't know, man. I don't know about this. Let me know what you think. Like if you look in the front of the house and you just see the person comes with paintings and they're literally all over the place. They're just gonna fall down. There's just paintings like all in the front. I don't know if that's too tacky. I mean, she spent a lot of time and effort with these things, but look, they're all like knocked down. They're gonna probably continue to be knocked down, but I don't know. Maybe they should all go in like one spot or down there by the memorial. I don't know. I'm not gonna touch them because I didn't. This is not my gig here. I mean, you could tell Pinky cares, so it's no knock on Pinky whatsoever. But you're gonna have like all this like up unless somebody mounts them in or something. I don't know. We're just gonna have like, you know what I mean? I mean, some are still up, but one wind's gonna blow things down. What do you think should be done with the signs, if at all, or is it just none of our business?
We're gonna take them all and put them over there.
You're gonna put them over there?
Yeah. I mean, it's a little too much. I don't want to get. The family might be upset about it too. It's kind of.
Somebody says it's not your job, JLR. Folks, I'm just letting you know there's things all down here. I mean, look at Mark the Shark. Hello.
Hi.
Camping out? You got a nice setup.
Yeah, getting out of the sun, man.
Got the whole studio. The Predator. What's that called? A Predator?
Predator.
Misty Haynes never emailed you.
Misty Haynes.
Yeah, she goes, oh, it's not me.
Oh, man.
Get your tent. I'm just admiring your tent.
Thanks, dude. Oh, it's starting to get cooler now.
It does. It feels so good out here right now.
Good, right?
Doesn't it?
And it's like immediate. You can feel it immediately, like right when the sun hits the mountain.
You know, once it hits that 5 o'clock hour, things have changed. Things change quickly. Once it gets to that. We clean up when we're done, by the way. We had a lot of, like, a big trash bag here. Every night when we leave, we clean our mess. Only leaving the tables and the chair. Everything gets cleaned up. This is the course of us eating. But look, ants. Look. Oh no, ants are getting to the drinks, the sugary drinks. This was really cool too. Everyone gets a rock. Everyone gets a rock. It's on the ground. Bagels. Einstein bagels. Einstein bagels. Oh, stones are cool. The scene out here. Finally get to stretch a little bit. Sitting around, man, is tough.
Well, you're on a metal chair.
You're in a metal chair and you're sitting there and you're trying to avoid the heat.
You're still in that metal chair?
Yeah, I sat there for all day, really. Avoiding the heat. We're just see what's going on. You never know what's going to pop up, you know. I enjoy the conversations with everyone. I don't even know how long this is going to be here for. At one point. I think they're probably going to just wait till people officially leave and then give it like a couple days and then get rid of these things.
No, but it's there's things in the work that might force so we don't know. But well, basically what's gonna happen, yeah, based on that all
The Arizona sun. Good evening, everyone. My goodness, what does it take to reach JLR? I can be reached via email. Constantly getting a lot of emails. Keep your emails coming. Let's scan through the emails. Tips for ants. People talking about Nancy Guthrie's home for sale in 2024. So I got a question from S. Ants. Nance. Ask Bob about the car. That would have been a good one. That would have been a good one. What's up with Annie's car? What's up with taking someone's car like that? Seizing someone's car. Got from a realtor. FYI, JLR, there is 45 registered SOs in this area. Registered SOs. You know what SO means? SO. Registered SOs in a 45 registered SOs within the 3-mile radius of this house. 45 SOs in the area. SOs. Read. I emailed you 4 times. Nancy Grace said Annie's car is at a Chevrolet dealership. I won't say the owner of the Chevrolet dealership. Being put back together. Did Nancy Grace say it was at a Chevrolet dealership? Friday the 13th, folks. Tips for the ants. Get some spray and spray it before you use the table or chair. Spray it. It will stop them from crawling up the tabletops. Ant tip. Thank you for the tips on the ants. I want to talk about Nanos. Lori wants to talk about Nanos, so I might as well talk about Nanos. Considering what we've been learning about Nanos, why not? Let's talk about Nanos. All right, give it a call. Holy smokes, Alaska? Lori? Alaska? Am I calling Alaska?
Hello.
Hello, am I calling Alaska?
Well, no, I have an Alaska number.
Oh, are you from Alaska?
Wisconsin.
Hey, you hung up. I don't know. It hung up. Maybe it was me. I'm going to try back. Voicemail. Maybe her phone died. It just hung up. I didn't hang up. Alaska, if you're there, call back. Maybe. Oh, she's calling back. See, it wasn't me. Hello. I thought you got like spooked out. I was like, how dare you say I'm Alaska or something.
No, I went to hit speaker and I hit end.
Gotcha. Welcome aboard, Lori, right?
Yeah.
How are you? So what was going on with Alaska? You were once there, or did you just got Alaska number?
Oh, I lived in Alaska for 20 years and I miss it so much.
I always want to go there. It's one state I've never been to.
Oh my God, it's so beautiful. And what's really weird is I'm not an ocean person,
Mm-hmm.
but the mountains have always called me.
Yes.
And I was born in Tucson.
Okay.
And I was talking to my sleuth friend the other day, and I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta go.
Yeah.
That place is so
Magical.
beautiful.
It's
And it's like, I'm not drawn to the ocean, but I'm drawn to the mountains. And I wonder if that's got something to do with birth,
Yes. So what's going on with your mind? You want to talk about Nanos? What do you want to talk about?
Yes, I do. Do you think that this controversy is his way of making a name for himself so nobody ever forgets him? It sounds weird and it sounds like, oh no. But, he's on his way out. He's got to be on his way out after this.
One of the former individuals, I don't know what it was, his rank again, I forget, his name was Bob, said he's done. He's gone.
Yeah. Oh, he has to be.
He can't survive
This is so screwed up.
So,
I mean, I would be, if I was family, I would be disgusted.
With Nanos.
Yes. The whole thing is just weird to begin with. The whole thing is just weird. But his whole behavior is just like, what the heck?
It's an interesting case of the chain of events. We've all watched it. You can come to your own conclusions. I have mine. Personally, I keep some of mine to myself.
Oh.
Some of it. I mean, I can't wrap my head around the handling of this case. I really can't. But again, I want to have faith in it. Maybe it's strategic. Maybe it's for a reason. Maybe they got the situation under control. We shall see.
Oh, the first 4 days. How is the first 4 days strategic? How does the first any sense. He even gave him the wrong timeline.
It doesn't make sense.
It don't, and it's so bizarre. It's like I made a comment on a Facebook post earlier tonight. I'm just waiting for somebody to mention a candlestick. You know, it's just like
A candlestick? Why a candlestick?
The clue.
Oh, the professor with the candlestick stick in the observatory?
It's like, why not? Everything else has been so bizarre.
It's really like
you
the
know?
game of Clue. That's what we're playing, the game of Clue.
Exactly. But you guys are doing so good on hanging in out there. And just don't let the haters get you, you know? And don't let them get you down. You're doing good. Stay
Haters. We got haters?
there.
We got haters?
Oh, yeah. Online,
I don't
you got
know.
haters.
I don't notice the haters.
Oh, good. As long as that keeps you there.
Yes. I appreciate the pep talk.
Yep.
The
You gotta
motivation.
do what you gotta do.
Thank you for your time, Lori. Anything else you want to add on Nanos or anything?
No. Not really Nanos. No. I'm good.
You're good.
He's just like, he needs to go.
Hey,
But I
hey,
hope
ho,
they
ho.
find her,
Sheriff
you know.
Nanos got to go.
Yeah.
How about that?
Got to go.
I'm praying for him. I hope he solves it. Personally, I hope he solves it. I hope he comes out there with his guns blazing, flexing, bragging, high-fiving. If he solves it, it's all good. If he solves it,
Like, the Wild Wild West.
guns blazing, I got the guy. Nanos. He run out.
Yeah.
Nanos gonna come out and he might be doing something. I remember before, like some perp or something. We got him. Like the very first thing is we got him. Right? We got him. Like something like we got him. You know, and he might even try to take digs at all of us. You know, Nanos might be like, I don't get discouraged from the haters online and the wannabe sleuths and the armchair detectives, and you know, he might start talking crap. Maybe.
Apply
Digs.
for a job. Apply.
But just because he solved this, he might not last either. You know what I mean? Like he might solve this and that might be, hey, you're out of here, though, dude.
Yeah. Hey, so one more thing that I did find interesting
Sure.
is, you know, the ABC article today about the
Footage.
pictures that they got from the pool and the outdoor video and stuff, which we've all been waiting for.
Yes.
So they didn't say if they were able to really get clear pictures.
It's like they said, what was there, a thumbnail?
Yeah, like small thumbnails.
Like still footage, not
small
video.
thumbnails.
Uh-huh.
They didn't say if they were clear. So I wonder if there was something that's going to come from those.
I don't know. Got something, maybe the creeper. But remember, it's not the full house they said they got. And they said nothing mentioned of the front.
Right. And they weren't from the day of...
Now, some unspecified time beforehand.
Yeah.
What could
And
that be?
with what's been going on in that
Hey,
neighborhood,
I would
who
say
knows
if it's
what's going on.
January 11th, it would be relevant, considering January 11th seems like a interesting date. If you've been following this case, January 11th seems like a lot of activity possibly went on around here, January 11th.
Right. Who knows? I'm just like, oh my God, I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like, where's Nancy? Where's Nancy?
Yeah.
Nancy's got to come home for us.
Listen,
You know?
I get up, sometimes use the restroom in the middle of the night, sometimes get some iced tea, and I check my phone real quick. Any Nancy Guthrie updates at 2, 3 a.m., even though I have to get up at 4. So, you know, it's constant, refreshing your screen, constant, anything is new on Nancy, any break in the case in the middle of the night.
The obsession is real.
Yeah, I agree. I concur. Well, I appreciate your time, Lori.
All right. Take care, JLR, and hydrate. Stay out there. You guys got this.
All right. Thanks for the conversation. Bye-bye. Lori from Alaska. Someplace I want to be one day. Alaska. Maybe Alaskan cruise. I actually want to go on an Alaskan cruise. They got one cruise you can go to Alaska. You go to Seattle. You actually go June 21st. It actually takes you to the Arctic Circle, above the circle. So you can be there on June 21st, the lightest day of the year. And I think the sun stays out all year round. It's a cruise, but it's a 30-day cruise. And I'm like, holy smokes, I can't go on a cruise for, well, if I've been out here for 30 days, why not go on an Alaskan cruise for 30 days? But what happens if something pops and breaks? But I really want to go on an Alaskan cruise for 30 days. Not really that long. If they could kind of cut it down, I'd love to go to the Arctic Circle. I'd love to see Fairbanks, Juneau, Anchorage, Barrow. Let's go. But I do have a picture at the Welcome to Alaska sign. I just never utilized it. All right, sunset time. We're going to do a sunset. We do this every night while we're here, and it is, the sun goes down in the next 10 minutes. So let's transition north. Put up the screen. We're going to transition north. See who's here. Let's transition north. We're going to transition northbound. Transition northbound. It's transition. Wanna go? Wanna go see a sunset? Who's coming? Sunset? Sunset. Let's go sunset. I'm going to see sunset. From Sue Ellen's backyard. Sunset time. Sunset. Sunset. All right.
No, Mary, nope.
Sunset time.
We got a little cloud action.
Yeah, it might be different. Clouds make it radiate in different colors. Pretty cool. Sunset. Sunset on these dark days.
That's a skinny one.
Sunset. Oh, look at that. Here we go. Do it over here. Looks like a big fireball.
Yeah, it's gone live. It's going home. Yeah, I think he's only going to be out here for 6 days.
All right, we'll do it here. Boom. Let me see. Might like it over here better. Kind of want to mix in with the cactus. It's pretty. Let's see what we got.
If he leaves, he'll be back, I'm sure.
There's Sue Ellen. I don't like this sunset today. It's different. Man, it looks good. Yeah, look at that. Pretty cool. Alaskan sunset. JLR,
As soon as the sun
get
goes down, it cools down big time.
Aunt Lang says, get Pedialyte to replenish your electrolytes at a pharmacy. Drink plenty of water and Pedialyte too. Know the signs and symptoms of a heat stroke. Louise says, got a Teresa Ortiz. Says, check your email. I will do that. And thank you for the electrolyte comment. Sure. Somebody wants you to call them, Tucson.
Me?
Someone's sending me messages for you to contact them. Asanya.
I just texted you somebody that wants you to
Here, I'll
call
just
them.
screenshot this and send it over to you.
Okay.
It's beautiful. Dude, I could just sit here and watch this. This is pretty.
All right. I'll give her a call here in a little bit.
Dude, the sun shifts each month. Like it shifts more towards the northwest. A little bit, right?
Yeah, it's moving. Every day it's
Over
moving
here.
a little farther.
Every day it moves a little bit farther. Let me see if I can get it over here good. Sonoran sun. Hey, there we go.
Oh, look, there's a bunny. There's a bunny. There's a little bunny.
That looks cool.
Nothing new today. There was some interviews with Nanos. You can look at that at CBS. No, NBC. Thank you, Laura. Yeah, I don't see a little bunny running around here.
There it goes. It's like on the top of a mountain there.
You guys can screenshot that. Post it to your page.
Goes your sunset.
Get one without a car in front of it.
Sonoran sun.
Almost 50,000 hearts. Stormy, thank you for the follow. Social butterfly. Thank you, Iowa Farm. Urban winter night with the roses. I appreciate it. Ooh, Terry, thank you. We're here at the top of the mountain. Got the sunset. Thank you guys for joining. Finishing off the open. Thank you, winter night. 50 roses. Thank you.
That's beautiful.
Heart cloth. Thank you, Pima.
See, I get this at home a lot. On the water. This is different type of sunset. It looks
The
really
colors
cool
come
with
in
the
different here too.
yeah, with the
You get
cactus
the-
and stuff.
You get the different
It's-
purples,
yeah,
pinks, oranges.
beautiful.
Somebody said John DePietro's waiting for something big tonight, but I gotta.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think something big's gonna happen. I do. I think it every day. I don't just say the whole. No, I really think each and every night is a potential for something. Like a big lead.
Thank you for that. Raquel, thank you for the good evening. Yeah. Thank you, Raquel. Appreciate that. I've never seen that one. Very cool.
goes. We always catch it like within like 10 minutes. And then it just goes. But then everything catches. That's beautiful.
Yeah, you're right, Chase. You guys look up the Holly Gasso ASSO case. That's one. There, it's done. But this is actually when the colors start. Once it goes down by the mountains, it really.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Bring Nancy home.
That looks really cool. See if I can lift it a little bit.
Thank you, Arthur. Oh, somebody's okay, Nicole. I just sent you an email, and she says she wants to talk because shit's about to go down. I promise. That's why I want to try to talk. So I sent you a text.
All right, we'll talk to her down at the road. I will.
We'll give you a call here in just a minute, Nicole. Positive Polly, welcome. Nancy Sky Painting.
It's just beautiful.
Thank you, Jen.
We're not here and take this call here soon. Yeah. It was another day. Beautiful. Thank you. Neil Moore. Thank you, Neil Moore. Prayers for Nancy. Arizona sunset's part of the best. I don't know. Gives Florida a run for its money. I like Florida though. But some places got beautiful sunsets.
Thank you, Noni.
But it just has this warm feeling. Like the temperature was like 90 degrees today, and it just feels good once that sun goes down. It's like refreshing, the breeze. Birds are chirping. Susan Smith. Susan Smith. You're not that Susan Smith, are you? Gorgeous. Thank you, Susan Smith. And there it goes. And there it goes out here in Catalina Foothills, Tucson, Arizona. Day 41. The golden hour. Thank you, winner. All right, navigate back down the hill. Take this call. Someone says it's about to go down.
Yeah,
See what that means.
We got the message about El Charo using black gloves.
El Charo using black gloves.
Yeah, somebody said that the cooks and stuff, they use black gloves, and a lot of restaurants do. Thank that gift. I missed it. Star Platinum.
Going
Thank
down the
you.
hill.
I'm missing a lot of these gifts, but I appreciate it. If it goes off tonight, how awesome would that be? 2 Friday 13ths in a row. And this one, hoping it would be more successful. We'll keep our fingers crossed. Thank you for the wink. Michelle Tracy. Right now we are just watch the sunset.
All right, I'm going to take this call from this individual. Got a little bit more time. Shrink it down, 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 shrink it down. All right. Pocket. Good evening, everyone. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. All right. Let's take this phone call from someone that says it's about to go down. We'll see what this is about. Nicole. All right, Nicole. And it is the wrong number. It's wrong number. Number
The one
doesn't.
you gave me?
Hold on. Try it again. Might do one number off.
Thank you, Nani.
Hello.
Hi, Nicole. JLR Investigates.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great. I heard you're saying that it's about to go down.
Oh, yes. So when you get a minute, and please make sure you share it with your chat, okay?
Yeah, we're on live now.
I want you to go to Mandy's page, and it's going to explain everything.
Who is
There's
Mandy?
5-part series.
Who's Mandy's page?
She's a medium.
She's the
We
medium.
talked to her on the way up to when we went with
Very
Jacob. Remember?
intelligent.
Okay, well, describe to me what is about to go down and how.
Did you know that last Friday the 13th, you know who got pew-pewed, right? You know who pew-pewed theirself?
I don't.
I heard about the
who
story.
poo-pooed himself? And you know what that means, people.
I'm not going to say names, so I'm going to do initials. You're not dumb. You're going to figure it out.
Talk to me.
LD's brother.
Whose brother?
LD's brother.
LD's brother. Didn't hear that one. How can that be when LD's people reached out to me recently?
Just trust me.
But they reached out to me.
I don't care. Trust me.
Trust you.
Just trust me.
He did have a brother. And we have not heard from the
He
brother.
has a
Starts with
brother.
He
him.
has a
He's
brother.
He
in
didn't had a
critical
brother.
condition in the hospital under John Doe for certain purposes.
All right. So what's about to go down?
They're about to bust them all.
They're about to bust them all.
I'm trying to tell you, watch it. It's going to explain everything, I swear to you. I
Can you
can't
send it to
explain
my
it all
email?
because it's so much.
Can you send it to my email?
All right. Well, I'll take a
Just
look. Thanks for the
Please
call.
do, because
Okay.
you need to know this stuff so you're at the right spot at the right time.
The right spot at the right time. I appreciate your
You know what
call.
I'm trying to say?
Yes, I appreciate your call.
Please, it's 5-part series, but I swear to you, you're not going to want to miss it, JRR. Promise.
All right. Appreciate
Really
the
need to
call.
watch it.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
Y'all be careful.
All right. Let's do this, please. Thank you for the comment there. Let's do this, please. 22. I believe you're from Arizona. It says, I'm so sick of psychics and mediums wasting our time. I actually like listening to psychics and mediums. I don't necessarily think it's wasting time, but I appreciate what you said there because some people feel that way in the chat. Some people in the chat feel like it's a waste of time. I like to have an open mind on things, but let me just say this. LD, and you know who that is, Luke Daly's people, like I said the other day, reached out to me. I didn't hear anything about no brother doing something to himself, so I don't know where that's coming from, but we'll see if it goes about to go down Friday the 13th, according to a psychic, she said, named Mandy. So we shall see. We shall see. I thought it was going to be some good stuff, my friend, like something, but it may be some good stuff.
That is interesting because that night, Dad's Gone Live was chasing that scene, right? It was a high-speed chase, and the guy, remember right where you found the black glove? Right across the street is where that pew-pew happened.
Really?
Right across the street in that parking lot. And so they chased that guy, and that's when it happened. Now that would be crazy if it is his brother. That's the first time I've ever heard that. But if that, what does Luke's brother look like? Have we ever even seen this guy? Has anyone ever showed a picture? How do we find Nancy? How do we find Mandy? I'm waiting to check my email here if she sends me the link or
says something is about to go down.
Maybe something will happen tonight.
Maybe, maybe not. We shall see. It will be interesting. For sure. It's getting dark out here. Again, the day is wrapping down, folks. Another day, day 41. Where's Nancy Guthrie? It actually feels good out here. If there was activity like out here at the home, I would stream all night out here. Right now, in this weather, it feels really, really good right now. She just said Mandy's page. Do you know Mandy's page?
Mandy for Hope. Try that.
Mandy for Hope. People are saying Mandy for Hope. Go check out Mandy's page. Mandy for Hope.
We talked to her on that trip when we went out with Dad's. She was one of the ones that got in. She was the gang expert in the median, remember?
Mm-hmm.
That's who Mandy is. Yeah, we are. We're getting it. We're getting it. It keeps pausing.
But I appreciate each and every person that reached out to me. I do read your call, your what you send me and stuff like that, and I do go through it. Sometimes I respond to some of you. If I don't respond to you, I apologize. There's just so many. If you want to be persistent, say second email, third email.
How long you got to stay? We're getting ready to wrap it up here. We're getting ready to wrap it up here soon, but we're almost to 75,000.
It's going to be another night. News Nation, I think, is about to do another report out here. News Nation's still out here for the night.
I don't really know. She seems like she's very knowledgeable, so we'd be interested in talking with her.
winding down out here out in front of Nancy Guthrie's home. Oh, Tucson gathered up all those paintings.
You got an 8 o'clock hit or? Yeah. Please, can you share what the lady is saying about Mandy? Totally, I'm trying to share it. I just don't know what it is. You gotta get it. You don't know. It's all good. I sent you a link to her page in your messages. Okay. I will try to get to that.
There's the signs.
Balance out some things here, everybody.
Today marks day 41.
I will get on my phone and get the messages I'm missing. Obviously, comments now because I can't check my phone, but I will check with maybe.
Day 41. I want to make it day 42. This is the scene out here. All right, so with that being said, I think I'm going to sign off for the night because we only got about 10 minutes left. If something else breaks, I'll be back on for sure. You know what we do, folks, as we end each and every night. We've been here for over 30 days, 41 days this terrible, terrible incident happened out here, Catalina Foothills, Nancy Guthrie's home. JLR investigates, boots on the ground. We are praying for Nancy Guthrie. We're praying for the safe return of Nancy, praying for answers, praying we can get something here, a resolution, praying the perp gets caught, praying for information, praying for something, a miracle. Let's pray for a miracle. We get no information here anymore. It's scary. We're praying for the Guthrie family. We're praying for the entire Guthrie family. I can't imagine what they're going through. Just think if this was your grandmother, your mother, your grandfather, your child, children, friend, a loved one, someone very important to you. Imagine if this happened to you. What would you do if this happened to you? What would your shoes do? How would you do this each and every day? We don't get much from the Pima County Sheriff at all, Chris Nanos. However, we will pray for Chris Nanos. We will pray for the Pima County Sheriff's Department and all the investigative people out there, partnering agencies, federal agencies, including FBI, U.S. Marshal, Border Patrol, Board TAC. We're praying for the prosecutors, Pima County prosecutors, state prosecutors, if there is even a state case on this, AUSAs. We're praying for the community, the Tucson community in general, and all the neighbors here that, you know, live out here. I can't imagine what neighbors going through, mixed emotions. Some are scared, some are not. Some want us here, some don't want us here. People have taken measures. You know, tensions are still high, I believe. Tensions are still high, particularly in this neighborhood. Praying for everyone involved, praying for all the media that's covered this case. Hopefully they will continue to cover this case and do not let Nancy's case go cold or let it go. Praying for all the streamers out here, the safety of each and every streamer that comes out here every day, blood, sweat, and tears, streaming and talking about this case. Praying for everybody, all of you. All of you great folks. We're here because of you. So many people care. Continuously. This, you know, at the beginning stages, a couple weeks ago, we had thousands upon tens of thousands in here, but we're still going strong. A lot of you are regulars that have been here day in and day out. 15, 20,000 each and every day at day 41. It means that y'all care. Even if we have to just stare at a road. We take calls, we get the information, we dissect, we speculate, come up with theories, because everyone wants to know what happened here. Once you get most people, once they've covered this case and paid attention to this case from the beginning, you're hooked in. I'm hooked in. I'm hooked in. I want to know what's going on. I'm so hooked in, I don't pay attention to anything else anymore. The boots on the ground out here in the darkness. I'll be back here first light. It's going to be another hot day. We'll do the same thing again. Maybe we'll go on a road trip tomorrow, do something else, find out more information, send an email for sure. Boots on the ground. Yellow hearts, yellow prayers. Praying for Nancy, Nancy's army. We are JLR's army, praying for Nancy. We are Nancy's army for sure. For sure. Thank you, everyone. Who is Mandy and where can we watch it? That's what somebody said. Okay.
Mandy's on right now.
Harold, hold on a second. Hello,
Okay.
are you Mandy?
Yeah, I've talked to you before, JLR.
Hi, Mandy. How does people reach you? People would like to reach you for your assessment of what's going on.
I have a TikTok that I post everything on Mandy Hope, and then the number 4 and change.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Let's talk tomorrow.
Mandy Hope.
And then if you could email
So
me.
you heard her. You guys want to check out Mandy with the last conversation? All right. We cover true crime, breaking news 24/7, 365. Thank you, everyone. And have a blessed night. Be safe. And keep sending me emails. Check your emails. Toasted Goblin says check your email. I will continue to check the emails. I'm going to reach out, say something, set the record straight. Also, folks, I'm looking for anyone that is Nancy's friends, neighbors, police officers, anyone in the community that knows this family. You can speak on or off the record. I protect anonymity. I want to make that clear. If someone reaches out to me that knows the family or a part of the family or wants to, dispel rumors, set the record straight, anything we discussed was wrong, reach out to me. I protect anonymity. If you want to speak and say some stuff, I don't reveal sources. I think that's important, right? Especially if you don't want your info out there but want to share some information. I'm going to vet, make sure you're who you are, or you have to show, but you get what I'm saying. We'd like to hear, we'd like to know more about Nancy. We'd like to know about some of these names, people. If you're more, on Luke's daily side, know them, or Carlos's side, know them. You want to, chat, or even them themselves. We want to speak. Annie and Tommaso wants to speak. Please, please. If you want to meet up for coffee off the record, Annie and Tommaso, and just look me in the eyes and say, hey, I didn't do this and this is why. Love to meet you. Annie and Tommaso, reach out to me. I don't have to bring the camera. It could be off camera, whatever. I just want to know the truth here. What's going on? What's really going on? What happened here? We want to know what happened. Please. I'm almost like begging. We want to know what happened out here. Hopefully somebody reaches out to me. We'll see. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. JLR Investigates. We will talk soon. Y'all have a good night. Justice for Nancy. Stay tuned.